suppose we should get going.
Yeah! Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. On a Tuesday. Welcome to it. Let's do it, guys.
Yeah.
Here we go. Live from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. That's right, everybody. Our studios are beautiful. Just so beautiful. Big show today. Of course, you are the Star Me. That's what we call you, everybody. Star Me. Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, guys? Carl, Dex is hanging out. Whoa, Dex top. Look at that. Bill Peterson, everybody. I do own you. Yes, I do. Casey, good morning. Loretta. My friend Loretta. She had, what was it, knee surgery? Was that what she had, Loretta? I guess she's doing better.
All right.
Welcome back, Loretta. You guys can hang out and watch the show on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Go find us. Hang out. Steve-O, how are you?
Fantastic. All right. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Really excited to be here, man.
Me too. I feel, I didn't get much sleep last night, which is kind of weird. But I actually feel pretty good. Feel all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been watching this show on Netflix. You know, about the serial killer Ted Bundy.
Oh, man. Dude.
Yeah, that was probably the worst thing to watch at night.
I was going to say,
Well, I'm a huge fan of Efron. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Him and The Rock.
And this is going to sound really weird. When I was a kid, my mom we would watch Unsolved Mysteries. There were so many shows like that talked about all of these things. And I remember, because he was executed, I think I was like 8 or 9 years old when he was finally executed. But I remember it was still, people loved that dude, which is so weird to say. But people were still like idolizing this guy.
Oh, yeah. Even when he was arrested, he got so many love letters.
Yeah.
That's the strangest thing ever.
Yeah. Dude, it's so bad now that Netflix has actually issued a statement.
What? They did?
I've seen a lot of talk about Ted Bundy's alleged hotness and would like to gently remind everyone that there are literally thousands of hot men on our service. Almost all of whom are not convicted serial murderers.
That's what you get when you hire Zac Efron. Oh, wow.
But
what a
here's
beautiful man.
the thing. They're not even talking about Zac Efron.
Oh.
This is based after Conversations with the Killer, the show you're watching on Netflix. It has nothing to do with Zac.
Gotcha.
This is the literal, show about Ted Bundy. What is happening? Because I will say I've seen this. Zac Efron, he is a beautiful man.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, he's a heartthrob.
I pretty much have the same eyes.
There's a new film coming out called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, which to me, it's like, that title alone doesn't sound like they're glamorizing Ted Bundy. The movie's called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. And of course, some people have accused the film of romanticizing this murderer. However, I was reading an article this morning about one survivor of Ted Bundy. She was attacked and survived and said, Zac Efron is perfect because you see this handsome, charming man, and that's what she saw.
Exactly.
And that's what everybody saw.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wanted you to see.
Yeah.
And so,
do you remember it was I think it was a Lifetime movie that they came out with years back when we were, I don't know, must have been in high school or something. And It scared me to death because
Yeah.
whoever I can't remember the actor.
Going back because Ted Bundy, they've done
a couple
films.
They've
Yeah.
done films on
a
that,
few
yeah.
of them, and I was looking at all of the different actors, and it was like, yep. Here, I'm gonna go back. Oh, sorry. Well, I was looking at his Wikipedia, and they show it on his Wikipedia. How many actors played him? Doop 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 doop. Do. Talk amongst yourself. All right.
No, I'll just wait patiently.
Let's see. Mark Harmon has played him.
Okay.
Michael Riley Burke. I don't know. Billy Campbell. Ooh, was it Carrie Yules?
No,
No?
but that would have been a good one to watch.
I know.
Wow.
I know. He was Wesley in Princess Bride. It's always been a very attractive man.
Huh.
James Marsters has played him.
Maybe it was the Mark Harmon one.
Maybe.
Maybe that was the one that freaked me out.
Yeah. A Stranger Beside Me was in 2003. Yeah, that was in the 80s. The Deliberate Stranger.
I think that was the one.
There you go.
That one scared me to death. I was like, I'm so glad I'm not a woman. Seriously.
So here's the thing. He focused in on women, but if anything, I don't see this as glamorizing it. I see it as showing us that quote unquote normal people are capable of horrendous things.
Oh yeah.
This guy was a heartthrob. People loved him, and even when he was finally arrested, people didn't believe that he was really the dude.
He
Because it
doesn't
was like,
look like a serial
There's
killer.
no way.
There's no way.
It
Yep.
can't be him. And he was. Remember, he was like, kind of trying to do his own court case, and he was in the courtroom, and he was charming, and dude, people loved this guy.
Steve-O and I can relate to this so well because when people meet us for the first time and they see what we look like, they're like, "There's no way you guys could be on the radio. You're way too good looking.
Way too attractive.
Why aren't you guys on TV?"
We get that all the time, which is
Yep.
why we started Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. YouTube.com/Don't Sweat the Small Stuff TV.
Yeah, I can relate. I can.
No, but Netflix actually is at a point where they have a new docuseries, if you haven't heard, called Conversations with the Killer. It's the Ted Bundy tapes. And I guess, this new picture starring Zac Efron premiered to an audience at the Sundance Film Festival, which immediately divided the audience. But the director of the film is the same guy who did Conversations with the Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And people, the public has been so divided because it's like, you can't get a heartthrob like Zac Efron. You're sexualizing a mass murderer.
Okay, well, you just said it a little bit ago, is that the one girl that got away from Ted Bundy said that Zac Efron was perfect.
Yeah, she was attacked in 1978 at Florida State University. She said, quote, "I don't have a problem with people looking at it as long as they understand what they're watching wasn't a normal person. I believe that in order to show him exactly the way he was, it's not really glorifying him, but it's showing him. And when they do say positive and wonderful things about him, that's what they saw. That's what Bundy wanted you to see."
Yeah, ladies, you got to be so careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, especially with technology now and the dating, and you can jump on an app and meet up with somebody. You guys can't do that.
Yeah, she said that he was charming. He was a normal person on the surface. And hopefully this film will make women more aware of their surroundings and be cautious. He had different tactics that he used for people to help him get in cars or do things. And in your gut, you just feel that something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's crazy. What's weird? It's weird to me that this is like resurfacing because I remember being a little kid and this was all over the news every day.
Oh yeah.
In the 80s, it was a huge deal.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I remember every time I'd stop at a truck stop, when we would go on vacations and we go on trips somewhere and we'd stop at like a rest station to use the bathroom. That Ted Bundy, that's where he would go. He would stop at these like rest stops and wait for women to go to the bathroom and then knock them out or charm them to get into his car to help him with something.
Yeah.
And guys, you got to be so careful. Ubering a couple months ago, I dropped this girl off. I started asking her, hey, what are you up to tonight? And she said she had met a guy she'd never met before through an app. and she was going over to meet him for the first time at his house. And I'm like, you sure you want to do this? Yeah. Do you want me to go in with you?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Come on, I can take you back home. I was so worried for that girl.
Yeah.
I think I even I parked outside the house just in case she came running outside or something.
Yep.
Ugh, got to be so careful. You really do.
Yeah. All of us.
Mm-hmm. You
Can't
never
trust
know.
anybody these days.
Yeah, speaking of bad people, did you see this? So there was somebody decided to do a satanic prayer hotline. It was a prank.
What?
You know how there's a prayer hotline for Christians?
Yeah.
Well, somebody thought it'd be funny to set up a satanic prayer hotline, but it was supposed to be a prank. But the voicemails that came in are so disturbing. The person who set it up is going, "Oh my gosh, are people what?" Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was on Relevant Magazine's trending stories this morning. This guy set up this prank satanic prayer hotline. Oh my gosh. Some of the prayers that came in to Satan were, "Hello, Satanists everywhere. I'm calling to put a hex on the 1230 Club in Olympia."
This is awful, man.
Because they're blasting the music really early every night. "Please make the 1230 Club go out of business, but make sure everybody that works there goes deaf."
Dude, what a weird world.
But
we live in.
it gets even more disturbing. Another woman prayed for her unborn child to die.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right? A 16-year-old praying for his first job interview the next day.
Oh, see, that's normal.
It totally kind of backfired, you know? I don't think the person who put up this prank satanic prayer hotline realized, oh, wow, I don't think they really understand that it's, well, I guess most people don't know they're getting pranked, but yeah, all the voicemails that came in.
For Satan.
Yeah.
This is weird.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Your guy next door, you just never know.
Well, dude, here's the thing, man. I don't know why we feel the need in our culture to glamorize this. Because we're talking about this Ted Bundy movie. There's another film or TV show on Netflix, excuse me, called You, which I haven't watched.
Oh, I watched that.
Okay.
Yes.
The actor Penn Badgley.
Mm-hmm. Who's brilliant.
Yeah. So brilliant that people were falling in love with this guy.
Yeah.
Even though he's creepy and crazy. And they were tweeting him so much. One person said, "The amount of people romanticizing your character and You scares me." And the actor actually tweeted back, "Ditto. It will be all the motivation I need for season 2. So this show is about a very handsome stalker, and he gained a lot of traction.
Not joking around. I was watching this. I was about halfway through the first season, and I started to almost feel like I was okay with what he was doing. It was so weird. I was like, oh my gosh, because he's such a normal guy. The character he plays, he's a normal, his name's Joe.
Yeah.
And he's a nice
What
guy.
a normal name.
Nice guy named Joe. And he's really in love with this woman, but he's a killer.
Oh.
And, but it's the way that he does it, it's almost like the other shows that like Dexter, where they, in a way, can be justified.
Yeah.
People can justify why they do things. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. Got to be careful. You know what? Let's break our TVs. Everybody, let's get a hammer. Let's just break it.
Britt says chicks like creeps. Yuck.
Chicks like creeps?
Creeps. Yeah.
We got to go to break.
We do. It's just, welcome to 2019, the year of the creep.
Man.
I didn't know it would get so dark.
Yeah. We're at a place where Netflix actually had to ask viewers to stop tweeting about how hot Ted Bundy is. Not Zac Efron from the film, Actual Ted Bundy
back
from
up.
a docuseries.
He's very, yeah. I mean, look at those eyebrows. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why he was able to murder so many women. He had that charm.
Man.
Be careful, ladies. Be very careful. All right, phone lines are open if you'd like to call in. 505-338-3700. Live on YouTube at Star 88 FM if you want to watch the show. We'll be back right after this.
Amy Grant in concert. February 23rd at Inn of the Mountain God. Details online at innofthemountaingods.com. Star 88 thanks Inn of the Mountain Gods for their support.
Are you puzzled by a particular Bible question? Has someone asked you a tough question about the faith that you couldn't answer? This week on A New Beginning, Pastor Greg Laurie speaks with Bible scholar Don Stewart to offer solid answers to tough questions. Tune in each day for A New Beginning with Pastor Greg Laurie.
Make an appointment with Greg Laurie weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT 107.1 FM.
This is Groundwire with Sean Dunn. Groundwire.
I'd been pulled over for not using my turn signal when changing lanes, and the offense didn't seem to match the consequence. Even though I knew that I'd broken the law, I was struggling to accept my punishment. Seeing the frustration on my face, the officer said, "Listen, I'm just trying to break you of this habit before it either hurts you or someone else." He said that many accidents are caused each year by people that do not signal their changes. Some even prove to be fatal. I share that story with you not to emphasize the importance of obeying that particular law, but to show you the parallel that exists between my infraction and that of many Christians. Sometimes we sit and wonder why God tells us to avoid certain things. In our arrogance, we argue that our violation of His law is not big enough to warrant consequences. Yet we must understand that many times He instructs us so that we can break our habit before it causes harm to us or those around us. You see, God knows that when we do our thing, our way, without taking into account His law and His desires, it is just a matter of time until serious damage is done. Isn't it time that we stop arguing and simply start to obey?
For more, log on to groundwire.net. Groundwire.net.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've walked among the shadows, you wiped my tears away, and I felt the pain of heartbreak, and I've seen the brighter days, and I pray prayers to heaven from my lowest place, and I have held your blessings, God, you give and take away. No matter what I have, your grace is enough. And no matter where I am, I'm standing in your love. On the mountains I will bow my life to the one who set me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone. I've watched my dreams get broken. In you I hope again. No matter what, I know I'm safe inside your hand. On the mountains I will bow my life to the one who set me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills from the valley, I will lift my eyes. Yeah! On the mountains, I will bow my life to the one who set me there. In the valley, I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, I know I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and the valleys, and I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and the valleys, and I am not alone. And I will choose to say, blessed be your name, yeah. And I am not alone.
Taryn Wells, Hills and Valleys on Star 88, 630.
High today of 46 degrees.
The Morning Invasion.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. So joining us, big show today. Lots to talk about. You guys can hang out with us. YouTube, Star 88 FM. We're live right now. Phone lines are open, 505-338-3700. And you can text into the show to our live line. How do they send that text?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. You know, last night, did you see us trying to FaceTime you?
Yeah, I was right in the middle of dinner.
Oh. Well, I wish you had answered.
No.
Could you hear us talking?
No, but I noticed that there was like 5 people trying to FaceTime at once.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
So I was wondering how it showed you when you answered the call, because what happened was Britt decided she wanted to like group FaceTime everybody last night. And it was me, Seth, Chrissy, and Britt all on FaceTime, like 4 different screens. And I'm like, I'm getting Dex on this.
Yeah, you realize The Bachelor was last night, so I was eating, watching The Bachelor.
Okay. Well, you missed out on a good time because guess what?
What?
You can't do it anymore.
Wait, what? What
Yeah.
do you mean?
I
you
mean,
FaceTime like that?
Group FaceTime.
Did they just do away with it?
Apple, disabled it this morning.
Wait, what?
I'm not joking.
Why did they do that?
We literally just did this last night trying to group FaceTime you. And here's the thing. If it's not disabled on your phone, you may want to temporarily disable FaceTime on your phone. Here's why. According to reports, if we go to like group FaceTime and the person doesn't respond, that person who gets the request, apparently the audio has been leaking to phones. So even if you don't accept the FaceTime request, people have been able to hear the audio coming through other people's phones.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
So they need to fix that glitch.
Yeah. So Apple has temporarily disabled its group FaceTime app after this bug raised privacy concerns because I guess a bunch of tech outlets reported yesterday that iPhone users have been able to listen in on the person they were calling via FaceTime without the recipient accepting the call. So you could just like throw out a FaceTime invite to somebody. If they don't answer, just sit there because you can listen to whatever's going on around them.
Wow.
Creepy.
That is creepy.
Yeah. So I guess on their system status page Monday night, last night, Apple said that the group FaceTime has been temporarily unavailable and it was taken offline after the reports. They from Apple, they said, quote, "We're aware of the issue. We've identified a fix that will be released in a software update later this week."
So all of you guys were together?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like all these little bubbles. And if I talked, apparently on everybody else's screens, my bubble went whoop, and I got bigger so that they could see who was talking.
That's pretty cool.
And then all of a sudden, you know, like Britt or Chrissy or somebody would talk, and then whoop, their square would get bigger. And
I remember when they first announced FaceTime and they were showing a little, promo commercial for it. I was psyched. I was like, this is so great. I'm going to use it all the time. I hated it the first time I used it because I don't like interaction anyways as an introvert. So why would I have a screen right there at my face looking into the other person's face very closely It's awkward and weird, and I don't like it.
Well, speaking of awkward and weird, I guess like there's a few bugs right now that make it even weirder. So an iPhone user, you could call somebody using the FaceTime app, add the person, and then it adds their number. But when the recipient didn't answer the phone, audio from the other phone still streamed to the caller. And here's the crazy thing. If the recipient hit the power button thinking the call had been declined, another bug kicked in where the recipient's audio was cut out, but the caller could suddenly monitor whatever was happening through that person's camera.
Oh my gosh.
So just so we are all aware.
My life's going downhill.
There's currently a bug on iPhones with FaceTime allowing people to monitor what's ever happening in your world.
I'm gonna put
through your camera.
I need tape. So
There is no more privacy in this world.
Putting a piece of tape over my camera hole.
Yeah. Bill said that's why I'm Android. Always have been, always will be.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Android has these problems, does it?
I mean, that's a weird bug to have, man.
That really
I'm going to check right now because somebody said that there's already a software update. Like they've already fixed it.
Oh, okay. Good.
Boom! There it is.
There it is. I'm doing that.
So there you go. There's a new update already. Download and install. Yes.
No kidding. Gosh.
Thank you. Gosh. So get there. Download the new update if you're an Apple user because totally monitoring you through your camera.
Love it.
Just saying.
I love it.
That's your little PSA this morning.
Good.
Yeah.
Hold on. There it is. There you go. Beautiful.
We couldn't see what you were doing last night. That kind of bums me out. It didn't bug out. I wanted to watch The Bachelor with you without you knowing.
Bachelor Nation.
Yeah.
I don't know. This season is kind of, I don't know. It's not as good as the last season, but I'm hanging in there. Good. All right. Let's take a quick break. Some new coffee to talk about for you. I know you love the coffee.
I do.
Apparently it's cold everywhere but here. I'll talk about that to all you out-of-staters. Like, I'm talking cold. You guys need to start preparing. I'm talking you better start storing away some food. It's getting cold out there. And welcome to Tuesday. It's Quality Town Tuesday, guys. 9 o'clock, we'll talk to Town. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Philip DeCourcy warns us of the dangers of doing it alone.
If money is your God, and money is a very uncertain thing, the markets go up and down. Inflation can rob it of its value. Thieves can break in and steal. If you put your security in money, and money is uncertain, money will lead to worry. Finding your peace and security in material things will lead to anxiety. But if you put your trust in God, if you serve Him, then here's the God I want to remind you of, says Jesus. He's a heavenly Father who knows the things you have need of. He's a God who providentially cares for His creation. He feeds the bird. He clothes the field with lilies. That God will take care of you. So stop it. Cut it out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
That's your PowerPoint on Star 88.
think about it, we just wanna fake it. We just wanna act like everything is great. Go back to the day, watching movies in the base. And the problem is now I feel like everything has changed. And I'm trying to make a living on the music, but I feel like every time I look at you, I'm in a place. It's hard to be the man of the house when you ain't got a house. I hate this. Yeah. It's complicated. It's complicated. It's complicated. We don't wanna talk. We don't wanna talk. It's complicated. I'm sitting in a hotel room like, why? Call your phone and apologize. Gotta be a way we can make this right. We can make this right. I'm holding on to pieces of us that I just can't let go. I know this is a desperate kind of us. I know this and it feels like it's home. Where you going? I'm holding on to pieces of us. Cause I just can't let go. I'm holding on to pieces of us that I just can't let go. I know this is a desperate kind of love, but it feels like it's home. Wait, 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 don't leave me. Wait, wait, don't leave me.
NF, wait. It's on Star 88, 642.
High today of 46 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
The shutdown is over.
800,000 furloughed federal workers will go back to work and should be getting their back pay within days.
There was a new date for the president's State of the Union address. Now that the government shutdown is over, it is February 5th.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz seriously considering running for president as an independent.
More than 200 million people are bracing for extreme cold across much of the country.
We are talking about 60 below in some areas.
Deadly police shootout in Denver. Officers were responding to a call of shots fired, and when they got there, the gunman then opened fire on them.
The acting attorney general, Matthew Whitaker, telling reporters special counsel Robert Mueller's probe is now close to being completed.
A new study finds lowering blood pressure could cut the risks of developing a brain disorder that can lead to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia.
For the first time, the NFL is officially admitting that officials made critical mistakes in the playoff game, leaving fans outraged and a cloud hanging over the Super Bowl.
Much of the country is dealing with dangerously freezing cold weather.
It's so cold.
The cold.
Like it's a little cold out there, huh?
Cold, Steve-O.
Yep.
Sorry, it's cold.
The winter.
Yeah, it's really chilly out here.
Guys, if you live anywhere else other than Albuquerque, New Mexico, bundle up.
It's really, dude, there have been emergencies declared. Interstates shut down. It's the coldest Arctic outbreak in at least 2 decades in the United States.
According to the National Weather Service. And I trust that.
You should.
220 million Americans will be dealing with temperatures below freezing this week.
Yeah.
Below freezing. That's 75% of the population of the continental United States. A lot of places will experience the lowest temperatures in decades.
Yep.
Look out, global warming.
Dude, it's looking nasty.
That's right.
Dangerously cold conditions forecast in the entire Midwest this week. Wind chills will fall into the 40s, 50s, even 60s. Below zero in some places.
What places do you speak of?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
The
I just wanted to play that drop.
Northeast, the Midwest.
You don't have to tell me. I just wanted to play the drop.
Yeah. Look at this. Negative 44.
Woo, Montana. Parents, take a trip. Get out of there. Get Graham out of there.
Yeah. National Weather Service noted the temperature in Minneapolis dropped below zero just after midnight. And yeah. It's likely to remain below zero until Friday. Consistently.
So cold.
Yeah. Chicago, Des Moines, Iowa, Milwaukee, that whole area, negative 30s.
Negative?
Dude.
Get those cold shock proteins going.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, if you want to stay warm, Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're giving away a sauna.
We are. That's
maybe
true.
you need a sauna to get warm.
Yeah.
At YouTube. Get there. YouTube.com/Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Yeah,
TV.
we'll ship it out to you.
We really will.
You don't even have to live here.
We're really giving away a sauna, guys.
So true.
All you got to do is subscribe. Get there. End of the season, we're going to announce it. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, somebody said, our boy Albert chimed in on YouTube. I saw this yesterday. The Albuquerque Police Department were saying, hey, we really, there was about 30 reallys, need you to stop warming up your cars in the morning.
I saw that. That was funny.
There were five auto thefts yesterday.
Oh, man.
Just from people that were warming up their cars. 5 yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad for the criminal that has to stay out in the cold and wait for people to start their cars and then go back inside. He must be so cold.
Yeah, Sarah's out there. She says tomorrow the high is -14, by the way.
Oh. -14.
Bill says we're babies. It's not that cold.
Okay, Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that cold here. It's 26 degrees right now.
No,
With the
Albuquerque
wind
is
chill,
beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
Feels like 22.
It's going to be so beautiful, guys.
When was the last time you ever, in the history of ever, saw a frostbite and hypothermia risk?
Jeez.
In New Mexico.
Woo-wee.
That's real. There's a warning at the Weather Channel. Yep.
That is cold.
Mm-hmm. Our 10-day forecast in the great state of New Mexico, 50.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah. It's going to be mid-40s, guys. Mid-40s.
Mid-40s. All right, good.
Which is still a lot warmer than the rest of the country, but it is pretty crazy considering this polar vortex is hitting. Coldest Arctic outbreak in 2 decades throughout the nation.
It's cold, cold, cold.
Yeah.
Cold as ice. So cold, guys.
Remember the storm you said about 5 years ago, my husband and I had to travel to Nebraska for his grandma's funeral. It happened to be during a cold front with crazy cold temperatures. It broke 0 degrees only one time.
Ooh. Yeah.
In the negatives the whole time. Could you imagine? Pass.
I remember just trying to take a deep breath when it's that cold outside and your lungs, you could feel your lungs freezing.
Oh.
You can feel your nose start to close up.
That's terrifying.
Because the snot just freezes in your nose and you're like, oh gosh, it's like your nose turns into a slushy. Yeah. Like an icy.
Yeah.
You ever had one of those icy snow cones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it turns into. It's like a snow cone out of each nostril. It's beautiful.
Our boy listening in Austin, Richard, it's gonna be 75 today over there. So
Can I just go there? Maybe we could go do the show somewhere warm.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, Albuquerque, we can't complain, man. Well, this is a good spot. That's the one thing. I think that's the number one thing for me is the 4 seasons. The weather, the winters are not bad here, guys. Go to another part of the country. Go to the East Coast. If you haven't ever experienced, go to Montana in the wintertime and then come back.
Not do that.
You'll
right
appreciate the weather here in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I know you love coffee. I know most of the Starmy loves coffee. I do not like coffee.
I love coffee.
I've never liked the coffee. What if you could drink coffee from space?
Okay. Sounds like another stupid sales tactic.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
You think so, huh?
Wake up and smell the coffee.
There's a company called Space Roasters.
Oh, I'm close.
And they're planning to sell you intergalactic coffee beans. Here's what they're going to do, Steve-O. They're going to send coffee beans into space. And the beans will be roasted when they make re-entry to Earth. Their theory is that since the beans will be floating in that zero-gravity environment, the extreme heat of re-entry will roast them perfectly evenly. They're taking pre-sale orders in a month.
Rosalind said space roast coast to coast.
Yeah.
Well played.
So this is what's so funny about it is they haven't even done this yet. they don't know. Hey, they're not 100% sure this is going to work.
This might not even like...
In theory, it's just a theory at this point.
Jason on YouTube said, I'm in, take my money.
Take my money.
Yeah, how much is it going to cost? $1 billion. Think about this, guys. They're traveling to space with coffee beans, and they're going to roast it on re-entry from space. That can't be cheap. So I'm willing to bet it's going to be at least $1,000. How much is it?
Here's the thing.
Bag of coffee.
They right now they're looking to hitch a ride on other commercial space companies.
Oh, okay. So maybe it'll be cheaper.
It's going to cost them millions of dollars for space roasters to get their beans roasted.
Yeah.
A website did the rough calculations, and they estimate the coffee will cost between a couple $200 to $500 per cup. That's not
per
too bad.
cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's space coffee, dude. What do you expect? It's space coffee.
I was thinking of like a bag of coffee, like a bag of beans for that much.
It's space coffee, dude.
A cup of coffee.
Yes. Yes.
I hate everything. I hate everything.
No, you don't hate everything.
Because you know who's going to be able to afford stuff like that? Howard Schultz, our next president.
Space coffee! Didn't work.
He can afford it. That's who's going to get to taste the space coffee. What if that's how like the zombie outbreak happens? Because all these rich people try space coffee, but on re-entry, there's like some weird bacteria that grew onto the coffee beans.
Yeah.
And when they ingest it, it's kind of like venom, and all of a sudden it's like this parasite, and it takes over.
Bam! Coffee!
Mm-hmm. And they're the first to go. That's what they get for spending $500 on a cup of coffee.
You know, I don't know how you're so cheerful first thing in the morning. I always need coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gosh, I love coffee.
I think you've had enough coffee.
I think you should mind your own business.
I'm repping California so hard this morning with my hat and hoodie and coffee mug.
You're all coffee and no omelet.
Love you, coffee.
Man, alive. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, that smells. Your coffee always stinks, too.
You know what?
You're the worst smelling coffee.
Well, I couldn't get a good cup this morning. It's just McCafe.
Well, it always smells bad.
Well, that's because you don't like coffee.
Exactly.
Although I will say, I ran out of gum yesterday and I was very depressed because I hate coffee breath.
Ugh.
Hatred. And so I'm going to have wicked breath today. I hope you know that.
That's cool, bro.
Going to meet a new friend. You want to come with us?
You're going to meet a new friend?
Yeah, we're going to go have lunch with a new friend. We met last night.
Okay.
We went out to celebrate 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and our friend Britt decided to just start making friends with everybody everywhere we were.
Yeah?
And so...
You made a couple new friends, huh?
Yeah, met a dude who's got a local podcast where he takes people out to, like, fine dining restaurants and other places and has them eat the food, and then they discuss.
So is this just an excuse for him to get free meals everywhere?
Maybe, but I'm in. So we're going to some like Italian sandwich shop I'd never heard of today.
That's good. That's actually a pretty good idea.
I know.
I like that.
So he's a foodie dog.
Right on.
So
how old is this gentleman?
20s?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What color hair?
Brown.
What color were his eyes?
Blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything
else?
What build?
Like you?
Muscular? Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
No kidding. Let's see. Accent. Is he from Albuquerque or?
He's from Las Cruces.
Mm-hmm.
His parents own a Mexican restaurant down south of Las Cruces near Anthony.
Wow, you do know a lot about
made
this
him
guy.
a foodie because he grew up like enjoying good cuisine.
What's his favorite food?
Oh, that was asked last night.
No kidding.
His 3 favorites, and they were all either Vietnamese or Thai restaurants here in town.
Wow.
I know.
You know, you can get some good Thai here in Albuquerque.
Oh, he was raised in Hawaii, though.
Nice.
So, sorry, Britt knows everything.
Oh.
Gosh, look at this. She's like, raised in Hawaii.
Medium, no. Husky, Thai. That's funny.
Dude, I was just going, I can't hang out with Britt. She's like, actually, you know what? I very much can hang out with Britt because she just wants to talk to everybody. She's like a young Monica. You know, like how if we're anywhere with Monica here from work, she's like the mom who just wants to talk to everybody and like sell the kids, basically. Like, these are my sons, and they have a morning show.
They
and
have
you
the
should
best
listen
show.
to it.
They're
Oh
the
my gosh.
funniest people ever.
Britt's like, you should subscribe to this YouTube show, and let me tell you about it. And then she starts, like, talking, and I'm going, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
You're like my mom, but younger than me, so it's weird.
Yeah, that's good. I need people like that in my life.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
I'm not that personality.
So Heirloom Skate Shop just chimed in and said, total sales gimmick, by the way, because asteroids burn up and are destroyed on re-entry from space. Or just entry.
Yeah,
They're not re-entering.
it definitely does seem like a gimmick. Yeah.
It's a scam, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thanks, Josh.
It's like the astronaut ice cream.
Oh, that's not real?
Well,
they don't make that in space?
Here's the deal, guys. The astronaut ice cream is what astronauts eat in space. It's not actual ice cream that's been to space. That's right. I bet you didn't know that. Actually, I bet you did. I'm probably the only person that didn't realize that. Like, I'm eating ice cream from space. Yeah, and I watched, what was it? I wish I shouldn't even speak until I know all the details. I watched a movie about Armstrong.
First Man?
Yep.
You watched First Man?
Is it First Man? Is that what it's called?
With
First
Ryan
Man?
Gosling?
Yeah, I watched that, and it was not good. It was terrible. Yeah.
You and Teo are the complete opposite end of the spectrum. He was like, man, that was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, man.
I mean,
I'm not joking. He really said that. And I was like, really?
It was,
He loves Ryan Gosling.
I like him too, but I don't know. I didn't like how they did the movie.
Yeah.
It was all right. There was a few good parts, but I was a little disappointed. I like astronaut stuff, you know? I like space stuff. I'm into it. I might even try that space coffee if it was legit, but it's not real. All right, we got to take a break, guys. Let's do it. Good morning. Jason, what's going on? Jason Brown on YouTube. Roswell. Jared Albert. Bill. All hanging out. Star 88 FM on YouTube. Go hang out with us. It's Quality Tam Tuesday. We'll have Tam on at 9. We got some football stuff. I got some audio from Tom Brady. A reporter asked him if he is going to retire after the Super Bowl. What do you think? Tom Brady said. We'll find out. Coming up. Hang out with us.
Hey, do you believe God wants to engage you in a personal relationship? Or is that just wishful thinking? Not according to James McDonald. Listen up.
How many of us have been there? How many of us know people right now who are filling their life with things that it's going to lead to misery? It's going to crash and burn. We should have great compassion for the suffering they inflict upon themselves. We too have been there. Maybe some of you here are there now. You should turn from that which can never satisfy and find in Him, Jesus Christ, Him whom to know is life eternal, all that your heart has been looking for and longing for.
Listen Up is a production of Walk in the Word, a ministry that's all about igniting passion in the people of God through the proclamation of truth. For Bible study resources and more, go to jamesmcdonald.com.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
Think for just a moment of the pain in Mary's life. She had known pain in the anxiety and the anticipation of her own son's death. She knew it was coming. She knew that he was born to die. How much she knew about the way in which this would take place, we can only guess. But she saw the events transpire that led her son to this moment. And finally, the day of her son's death arrived in all of its stark tragedy. Her dreaded dreams had come true, and they were more terrible than she had ever anticipated. The babe of Bethlehem, the boy of Nazareth, the brawny workman of the carpenter shop, the gentle man of Galilee, the teacher without equal, the mighty man of merciful miracles, the humble man of patience and grace, her own son, is now writhing before her own eyes in the throes of agony and death.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe is Star 88.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
You told me I'm not who I used to be. I'm not who I used to be anymore. And you said I can leave my heart on my sleeve, that for everyone to see. You, Lord. All of the things, all of the things, all of the things that I used to hide are gone away, faded away, and I'm changed from the inside out. You're turning my whole world upside down, down. I'm gonna live from the inside out. I'm gonna show it, gonna speak it unafraid, 'cause there is no more charade. I'm free. Your love is louder than the thunder in the sky, so much bigger than the lies in me. All of the things, all of the things, all of the things that I used to hide have gone away, faded away, and I'm changed from the inside out. You're turning my whole world upside down, down. Your love is alive in me, and now I've got something that I can't contain. And I'm never gonna be the same inside out. I'm gonna live from the inside. I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna hide. I just wanna let it out, let it out. Can't keep it inside, can't keep it inside. I just wanna let it out, let it out. I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna hide. I just wanna let it out, let it out. Can't keep it inside, can't keep it inside. I just wanna let it out, 'cause I'm changed from the inside out. You're turning my whole world upside down, down. Your love is alive in me, and now I've got something that I can't contain. And I'm never gonna be the same inside out. I'm gonna live from the inside out.
No kidding. Bon Ray,
Yeah, no,
Inside
no.
Out on Star 88. Good morning.
Crazy.
7:03.
High today of 46 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning. Are we live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios? I think we are. Good morning. You guys want to hang out with us? You can chime in. Call into the show. 505-338-3700. You can also text in. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. You can also call that number and leave us a voicemail. We love hearing from you guys, but not actually talking to you. So, yeah.
That's very true. Very true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe you can say whatever you want.
Say what you need to say.
Say what you need to say.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
called
saw-
an earworm.
Saw John Mayer posted his tour dates, and he's not coming.
We're
to
not
Albuquerque.
on,
No.
but there is a day off in between Arizona and
Say what you need
Texas,
to
so we need to get him in the sauna.
Gotta get him in the sauna, dude.
That's gonna happen.
That's right. Don't
Working
sweat
on
the small stuff, guys. Hey, guys, if you love us, if you love us, then you'll support
accept
us.
all of us. What was that? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I just
It worked.
updated my iPhone. If you have an Apple phone, iPhone, you need to do the update.
Update
guys.
it right now
All right.
if you have an iPhone. There was a crazy security breach type bug that allowed people to like check out what's going on through your camera.
That's right.
Listen in to you even though you haven't taken a call from them. You know, little things like that.
Anyways, I was saying, if you love us, you'll support us. We have a YouTube show, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, where we interview guests, interesting people in a dry sauna. Well, we spent about 30 minutes in this 140-degree infrared sauna, and so far, the guests have been incredible. We kicked off episode 3 yesterday with Master Ken and Todd from Enter the Dojo.
We work with some civilians. We work with other people in the community. We have a program that we work with the homeless called Will Uki for Food, where they come in and we throw them around, and then at the end they get a bowl of soup.
Wow.
Yeah. People were very critical of that program, but when I put the ad in the paper, we got bum rushed.
Why do you have your head down? What are you doing? What are you doing? Giggling? Did you giggling over there?
Yeah.
You got the giggles?
Loves me some comedy. Yesterday, no joke, we watched that episode again with the boys, and then we listened to the last hour of our podcast yesterday because of the Taco Bell grenade story.
The Taco Bell grenade?
And I cried again.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get for you? Hi, can I get...
We laughed so hard at the end of the show yesterday. Starmy was dying.
Such a good
I think we
time.
caused about 10 car wrecks out there.
Yeah.
If you missed that, go back to the podcast, the 9 o'clock hour.
Man.
And it was a crazy. Some guy found a grenade while he was out magnetic fishing, which isn't. That's not weird. This guy was magnetic fishing.
And fishing.
He found a grenade. So what did he do? He grabbed the grenade, threw it in his pickup truck, drove to Taco Bell, decided to order some Taco Bell.
Yep.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get for you? Hi, can I get...
Okay, well, that's not what happened. The grenade didn't explode. But he decided, you know what? I should probably call 911 after he threw the grenade in his truck.
I don't understand.
So please, if you find a grenade, just don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Get away from it and then call the bomb squad.
Call bomb squad.
Anyway, Steve-O, what I was saying about Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Yeah.
We had Master Ken on for episode 3. It's incredibly funny. Before that, we had one of the best UFC fighters right now, Michelle Watterson. She's at the top, man. She's going for that belt.
Yeah.
She's
got the eye of the tiger.
She does, and what a sweetheart. And so we got to sit down and talk to her because she's a wife, she's a mom, she's a fighter. What's that like for a mom and a wife to go into the octagon and get beat up? That's your job. That's your job.
Well, your job's not to get beat up. Your job's to
take out
beat up the other
opponent.
person.
That's crazy to think about.
You actually don't want to get beat
your
up.
8 to 5 job is to train so you don't get hurt
when you were beating up someone else.
Exactly. That is your job. So what's it like, being a fighter?
What made you become a fighter? Because
You were like a
crazy
model,
thing.
weren't you? And then you're like, you know what I want to do? Punch people
Weren't
in
you
the
like
throat.
a ring girl at one point?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, all of the above. Yeah.
We just told your story. All right, moving on.
Yeah, let's start from the
talking
beginning.
about traumatic stories. Is
You have to watch this episode, guys. She told a story that she's never shared before.
Ever.
And
that's what I like about it, is being able to talk to people face to face. Because here on the show, we get to interview a lot of people, but it's on the phone. So you don't have that face to face experience.
No eye contact.
It's like texting with somebody or going to lunch with somebody. It's a different experience. And so you get
the
different conversations.
Well, when people see us, Steve-O, they trust us because we have that face.
Yeah, like Ted Bundy. We're very...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. We're very charming. We're very good looking.
We have great teeth.
So they just open up.
They
just
do.
feel so comfortable with us.
So comfortable with us. Hey, man, can you help me with something in my car?
Wait, why do you have duct tape? Okay, yeah, I'm going too. That's not funny. Don't listen to us. We're idiots. What? Anyways, what I was saying, we have a YouTube show called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Hey, man, will you trust us enough to get into a sauna with us? And apparently they do.
Hey, put this robe on. Will you just put this robe on for us?
You okay? Yeah, we were totally filming. This is a real show.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
God's opening some cool doors, though, man. We actually had an actor hit us up on social media because he is working here right now. It's like, this is funny. I want to be on your show. We're like, okay. So can't wait to film that one.
I think this is actual audio.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So
you want to wear the robe? Okay. You want to get in? All right.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Go subscribe, guys. If you love us, you'll subscribe to it. Yeah. All right. We kicked off with our very first episode of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff with Patrick Fabian, who plays Howard Hamlin on a little show, a little spinoff from Breaking Bad.
We've had him in studio here.
We did. He's such a great guy, Patrick Fabian, and we got him in. He trusted us enough to get into the sauna.
Yeah. I'm on a hit show.
Yeah.
I have a movie opening right now.
Which is amazing.
I get to celebrate a birthday, and so I'm not dead. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And that sounds like, you get to have food, and the starving kids in China don't.
Right.
But there is a degree that, I wake up every day and I hit my knees because I'm thankful that I'm alive.
It's Patrick Fabian, guys. He's a great guy.
Gosh, I love him. I was sad we didn't connect in California, but he was doing some things out there.
Yeah.
He's a busy man.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has to be. Yeah. Those royalty checks only go so far.
Oh, I know.
And we talked about it. He's got that Uber X movie that came out.
Driver X.
That's what I said.
Somebody says, does your guest get to keep the robe? Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
We don't just wash them and recycle them for every guest.
We get their name embroidered.
Guys, we're so rich. We're so rich.
On the robe, guys.
We can just give it to them.
It's in gold lettering.
Mm-hmm.
It's embroidered.
That's right.
It's
How come ours aren't embroidered?
We don't have that in the budget, man.
We really need to, because then at least you and I would know which robe is ours, because I think you and I have switched robes about 6 times.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Just saying.
Yep. And you just sweat so much.
I do. Profusely.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was saying, Steve.
Yeah.
If you love us, you'll support us.
Oh, I like that.
In our ventures.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's been great so far. Of course, it's season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hopefully just gets better and evolves into something just something more brilliant along the way. That's what my hope is.
Right.
I hope we get to a point where we are eating habaneros and tasing and macing each other in the sauna. It'll be great.
That doesn't sound fun. That sounds childish. Sounds like a lot of views, though. I'm in.
All right, everybody.
Dude.
Yeah. Who do we got coming up on Monday?
Wait, we can already tease it, huh?
Yeah, we have. Hey, if you're a mom, if you have kids, and you love the Lord,
yeah,
Monday, you're gonna tune in to Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, because we have 2 guests in the sauna with 4 people hanging out in our little 4-seater sauna, and it was. Honestly, I've been telling Steve-O this. I think this will be the biggest one, because I think it's going to be so relatable to a lot of the audience out there.
Yeah, our friend Lindsay is a local lifestyle blogger, and she's got a thing called Sparrows and Lily. She's also got a podcast called Milk and Honey, and she's a really rad mom and wife, and it's almost like a shock therapy live for the ladies.
For the ladies.
Because seriously, they get down and talk about very real things that happen when you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're a wife, and maybe you have a hard time making friends or whatever it is, like trusting other women and wow. Yeah. I was very surprised. Yeah, I think one of the topics... I was very, very, very surprised.
Yeah, he was. One of the topics we covered was, all right, you've been a stay-at-home mom for years.
Mm-hmm.
You've been taking care of the home, taking care of the kids,
mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, you want to go back to work. You want to go back and start a career. What does that look like?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough for a lot of women and men too. Men do it as well. Stay-at-home dads, a lot of them out there. So I think it's going to be a pretty good episode. It was fun, and we covered a lot of different topics in that 30 minutes. So yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. Go subscribe if you love us. You'll support us, dude. All right, you'll support us.
Dude, I've got a story coming up. You know, we talked about last week this superintendent in the school system that illegally helped this child out by putting him on her insurance. She lied. She said, "This is my son," even though it wasn't her son, because she knew he needed medical care. I got a story about an Army veteran, security guard, who absolutely helped the police catch a suspect who was on the run.
Yeah?
Wait till you see how Best Buy thanked him.
Oh.
It's pretty crazy.
Okay. All right, let's take a quick break. You can hang out and watch the show. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube Live right now. What's up, Starmy? Welcome to the show. Diane, Carl and Kim, Charlene. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. You can also download the app and stream us live right there on your smartphone. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Students, do you like music? Want to let your comedic side out? Maybe you and a few friends get together for a jam session. You can bring your talent to the stage. Our power partner, JNO Academy of Music, is sponsoring Albuquerque God's Talent Show. Auditions will be held at Hope Christian School at 6:30 p.m. Friday, March 1st. Top 10 auditions will be in the live show at Hoffmantown Church on March 8th. The fee is $20 per act. For information, 505-238-2966. Amy Grant in concert. February 23rd at Inn of the Mountain God. Details online at innofthemountaingods.com. Star 88 thanks Inn of the Mountain Gods for their support.
Here's a hot spot from Skip Heitzig about prayer.
Prayer is not some 911 call.
Hotspot.
You still need to stay close to the Lord, stay true to the Lord, trust the Lord, walk with the Lord, be obedient. Don't turn from Him. There's obedience on your part.
Skip says, look at it this way.
In God's sovereignty, He has made the sovereign choice to voluntarily link Himself with human cooperation. That is, God is bound to the prayers of His children. He merges His work with our prayers.
Want more from Skip? Visit connectwithskip.com for tons of messages.
Prayerlessness impoverishes us. I lose out on an opportunity to partner with God in a work He wants to do.
Enjoy Skip's teachings from the comfort of your home. Add the Skip Heitzig channel to your Roku device.
Power is available to us. The only problem is a loose connection. Get connected. Stay connected. And live in His power. Live in His power.
Hotspot.
I know you never felt this way. Cloud 9 and we floating, and I ain't never coming down, no. Too high to see the ground, so yeah. If you wanna fly with me, yeah, I can take you on a journey, and you ain't gonna wanna come back. No, just give it to me. Just give it to me. Yeah, just give it to me. Give Him everything you got, never hold back. Tell me how you feel when you do that. Yeah, just give it to me. Come on, just give it to me. That's an energy you feel when you let go. Go. So put the hands up. If you want it, you can get it. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Lose yourself. Yeah. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Let's go. I want that power. That power. Give me that power. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. I want that power. Just give it to me. That power. Just give it to me. That power. You can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. One time for the good son. Two times for the real ones. Three times for the homies who don't know about the power that you get when you serve one. True God and it's alright. Yeah. Gangsta homie, cold life. I done got jumped in, took away a brother brother saying now I'm living that good life. Come on. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Lose yourself. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Let's go. I want that power. That power. Give me that power. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. I want that power. Just give it to me. That power. Just give it to me. That power. You can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Don't stop. Keep going. The power's yours. Just own it. Don't stop. Keep going. The power's yours. Just own it. Don't stop. Keep going. The power's yours. Just own it. Don't stop. Keep going. The power's yours. Just own it. Don't stop. Keep going. The power's yours. Just own it. Dance is a party. Can't stop once you get started. Don't stop. Keep going. The power's yours. Just own it. Dance is a party. Can't stop it once we get started. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Let's go. I want that power. Come on. That power. Give me that power. If you want it, you can get it tonight. If you want it, you can get it tonight. I want that power. Just give it to me. That power. Just give it to me. That power. If you want it, you can get it tonight. Let's go. I want that power. Just give it to me. That power. Just give it to me. That power. Yeah. I want that power. Just give it to me. That power. Just give it to me. That power.
Yeah, I don't know about that song, man. And I'm not dissing the song. I think it's a great song. I don't know about the song, Steve-O, because give me that power.
Yeah.
Do you realize the weight of that? Do you realize with great power comes what?
Great responsibility.
No.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Of course it does.
Yes.
So, can you handle the power?
I mean, you got the juice now, homie.
722.
High today of 46 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
You know, when you laugh and giggle like that, people don't take us serious.
I know.
Good morning.
We just want everybody to take us so seriously, too.
This
That
is
was
a
like our goal.
professional.
Yes. Top shelf morning show.
Top shelf. That's right. Top shelf.
I got you, bro.
We're not bottom shelf.
No.
No way, man.
Bottom shelf.
Mm-mm. Ugh. Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, before you jump into your story, let me really quick play this audio from Tom Brady because the Super Bowl, you know, and he's like 53 years old and he's still the best quarterback the NFL has ever saw. That's for you, Steve-O. Do you think he's going to retire? Is Tom Brady going to retire after the Super Bowl?
I know people don't realize this, but I like me some sports. So I watched this interview live, and I 150,000% believe him. No.
Is there any chance that this is your last game? Zero.
Putting up a goose
Say
egg.
it. I don't want to just say
There's
it.
zero. Yeah,
Okay.
there's zero. I've said that for a long time. I feel like I'm
I
asked that a
know.
lot, and I feel like I repeat the same answer, but no
I
one
know.
wants to believe me.
I feel
but
like one of the coaches in the AFC East, like trying to tell you, "Are you sure this is not your?
I
I'm
know.
not the end."
I know. I just, I've set a goal for myself at 45, and like I said before, it's very hard to make it that far. I know how hard it was this year, and the commitment it takes, and hopefully I've learned from some of the things that happened this year to be better next year. But every year is tough.
What would it be that would keep you from playing anymore? What would stop you from playing?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's just I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know when the time's right, and I'm gonna feel like, okay, I've kind of had enough, and I don't quite feel like that yet. I feel like I've still made a lot of improvements, and I still feel like I can continue to do it at a championship level, and I think that's where I was at before, and that's still where I'm at now.
Tom Brady, 0% chance. And, I get, that's the thing. If he feels fine, why would he retire?
Yeah.
If he
There's
loves what
no
he's
way.
doing.
He said he wants to play to 45, and that guy, it seems like he sets these goals and he hits them.
Yeah,
Like,
45, if he's still
seriously.
feeling good, he'll probably continue to play.
I am so far from being a fan of the New England Patriots, but I got to tell you, man, I do think he's the greatest of all time, and I do think he's going to keep playing.
Yeah.
He's Tom Brady. I think Peyton Manning would still be playing if not for his body. Like, his neck just couldn't sustain it.
Yeah.
That's it. He got hurt. He was injured, and that was it. But Tom Brady has had an incredible line. He gets sacked less than anybody. He's going to keep playing. Dude, speaking of the Super Bowl, Madden is like, it's no super blow, but it's pretty accurate.
No, it's not. No. Madden is not.
It's predicted.
What's the percentage?
10 out of 15.
10 out of 15? Super blows 100%.
I know.
Kidding me with that?
Dude, in 2015, it picked the exact score of the New England Patriots win over the Seattle Seahawks, 28-24. 3 years later, it picked the Patriots to come from behind to beat the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, it's eerie. So, of course, it's that week. Yesterday was Media Day. Madden NFL 19 simulated the Super Bowl, and do you know who wins?
Let me guess. Final score is going to be, I'm going to say 30-27, and I'm going to say Rams are going to win. Did I get it? What? Why did you leave? He just left the studio, guys.
Did you already see this?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Oh, dang it.
30-27. I didn't know if the Rams, I was like, I didn't read if the Rams or the Patriots won. I just took a guess. Is it the Rams?
According to Madden 19, in the end, even though it's going to be crazy, it's going to be back and forth, they'll be losing 17-3 at halftime.
Whoa.
But come second half, the offense turns it up. And Todd Gurley has a moment. That moment being a game-winning touchdown on a 5-yard run in the fourth quarter that gives the Rams a 30-27 victory.
To the top. You can bring what you got. I'm going to the top.
Yeah. I love that, dude. Come on with it.
According to Madden, this is going to be a thriller.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope it's a good game. I really, really, really hope it's a good game. Rosalind says, I just want to know what everybody's eating during the game. We're doing Frito pies. Are you coming?
Super Bowl? I've already watched all of the Super Bowl
y'all
commercials.
better
so
come.
why would I?
I'm serious.
Are the Petersons going?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Well,
The McVeys are going. You're
I
going.
am part of the family.
You're going. We're doing Frito pies in bags. So you get the little, like, bags, you know, the little Frito bags. You, boop, pop open a little self-serve bag.
Okay.
And then the meat and the cheese and everything, you just throw it right in there. I'm making my famous nachos. We're going to do slow-cooked pork. So we'll have, like, shredded pork on the nachos. Okay?
Dude, you had
gonna
me at
make my
Frito,
gold
bro.
bars.
You had me at Frito.
Okay.
Okay,
So there you go, Rosalind. That's what we're having. Gold bars, nachos, Frito pie.
Did you say Madden predicted Rams are going to...
Rams, 30-27.
Okay. All right.
30-27, guys.
I mean, that's a good game right there. That's a good game.
What if it comes down to it like that, to where the Patriots are winning and Todd Gurley really runs in like a 5-yard touchdown.
Right?
And wins the game.
You know what I need to do before Super Bowl? I need to go buy me a giant flat screen smart TV to win another smart TV.
Okay.
Dude, years
you
ago.
gotta tell the story.
Years ago, I didn't even know that the promotion was going on when I bought my smart TV years ago. And
was this years ago?
Well, it was probably it was 5-6 years ago.
Yes. No, you said years ago 3 times.
Years ago.
Years ago.
Well,
I bought this
I wanted to make
TV
sure
years
that
ago.
People know.
I didn't even know this
can't
was going
afford
on
to
years
buy
ago.
a smart TV anymore, but years ago I could.
Because you were making that Clear Channel money.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they had the promotion going on where I bought the TV where if during the Super Bowl, the opening kickoff, if they run it back for a touchdown at the kickoff of the game or second half kickoff, they run it back for a touchdown, you win your TV. They'll actually give you your money back for the TV. They'll write you a check.
So bad for
and
this establishment.
I won.
This
well,
local
well,
establishment.
no. Here's the thing. This is what I found out. These companies that do this,
Oh,
they buy the insurance.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they pay a bunch of money, but in the long run, it's really just a good promotion for them. They make more money from it. And the chances of it happening doesn't happen very often. I think it happened I want to say at least 2 years in a row. I know that. It might have been 3 years in a row. And I don't think last year it happened. But I was sitting there going, man, she'd buy one every year. And then if it doesn't happen, you just take it back. And that I wouldn't do that. That's not okay to do. Yeah. But hey, it's kind of a cool thing, you know? I mean, think about it. If you bought a nice smart TV, they run it back for a touchdown. It's a beautiful thing, guys. I miss that TV. Yeah,
I have a good TV. It's not a great TV. It's a good
that's
TV.
Cool. I use my phone.
Yeah.
That's my TV.
Somebody says get a projector.
Ooh.
Instead of buying a TV, get a projector. So much cheaper and more bang for your buck. Thanks, Nate.
And are they pretty good as far as the quality? And they're high def, I hear. I hear the projections are pretty good now.
Somebody's trashing my bags, yo.
Your what?
Nothing says we love you, but we don't really want to clean up after you like a bagged Frito pie. Hey, it's true, man. I care about the environment.
Yeah.
And not having to do the dishes after.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah, 1080, by the way, for that projector.
Really?
1080.
No kidding.
Well, great. Now I want a projector.
Right?
No.
Oh.
It's like a movie theater. And here's the thing. If you've ever been to somebody's house who has a projector, if, like, the sun is shining in the wrong way or things are happening.
Probably have to block out the windows and stuff.
It's kind of the worst. It's kind of the worst.
All right. Let's take a break, guys.
The Rams are going to win a Super Bowl, everybody.
I hope so.
Yeah! Well, we'll find out later this week. We still got to do Super Blow.
Super Blow, guys. It's happening. Coming up.
Woo! That's how we really predict the winner of the Super Bowl. Forget all that Madden junk.
Mm-hmm. We need a microwave, some eggs, a Sharpie, and then we find out through witchcraft, guys. That's right. No, it's not witchcraft. Come on. I don't know. It's something weird going on with microwaves, eggs. I don't know. They've been right every year. So if you don't believe us, tune in for Super Blow on Thursday and Friday because I'll play some of the previous years of Super Blow and I will show you how accurate it is. We'll take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Exposing the enemy. Here's a Star 88 PowerPoint from Pastor Jimmy Evans.
God wants us to declare the word over every issue in our lives. God wants us to pull the word out and not be holy joes and legalistic, but for our words of our mouth to line up with the word of God. And when the devil comes and tells us you need to kill yourself, there's no reason for your life. We need to tell him, I'm the righteousness of God in Christ. God has given me a future and a hope. That's what his plan is for me. When he comes to condemn us for our sins, we say there is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. He fears this, not my opinion, not my words. He fears this because it's nuclear in the spirit realm. This is the greatest weapon on earth. Nothing can defeat it. Nothing can defeat it.
That's Jimmy Evans on a PowerPoint from Star 88.
I lace the boots up, it's straight to the door, cause this is worth fighting for. I get my head right, the heart's gotta follow. Whisper a prayer like there ain't no tomorrow. Take a breath, and I exhale slow. I wasn't made for this kind of cold. This ain't the kind of place that you wanna know. These are the elements, I'm telling you, bro. This world, it's up in my grill. This world, it's shooting to kill. This world always gotta be stealing my heart. This world always trying to rip my family apart. I'll fight the elements. I'll fight the elements. I got spirit, I got faith. I might bend, but I won't break. I'll fight the elements.
go down swinging. If I go down, I'ma go down swinging. If I go down, I'ma go down swinging. If I go down, I'ma go down swinging. If I go down.
This ain't our home, nah, not even close. They camouflage like we fighting some ghosts. You start to doubt everything that you know. I feel the heat and it's starting to show. They try to break us, make us wanna give in. Lay down our arms, provocate us again. Lay down a fight, I could never relent. And I'ma take it all the way to the end. I'll fight the elements. I got spirit, I got faith. I might bend, but I won't break. I'll fight the elements. And I'ma go down swinging. If I go down, 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 let's go! Father God, let me see it for what it is. This ain't neutral we're up against. These elements push me to the fence, and then I end up on top of it, if I'm not careful. To recognize what is pushing in, open my eyes to these elements, stand up and rise to these elements. I'm willing to fight the elements.
Toby Mac, the elements, you know, trying to warn you guys that live in the rest of the country besides Albuquerque. You better just stay inside.
Just stay inside, guys. It's going to be really, really bad.
Freezing temperatures all over.
Arctic conditions.
Arctic, guys.
There is a polar vortex headed our way.
Woo-wee.
Destroying the Midwest with record-breaking cold.
The elements are insane, guys.
Coldest Arctic outbreak in at least 2 decades.
737.
High today in the 40s.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The shutdown is over.
800,000 furloughed federal workers will go back to work and should be getting their back pay within days.
There is a new date for the president's State of the Union address. Now that the government shutdown is over, it is February 5th.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz seriously considering running for president as an independent.
More than 200 million people are bracing for extreme cold across much of the country.
We are talking about 60 below in some areas.
Deadly police shootout in Denver. Officers were responding to a call of shots fired, and when they got there, the gunman then opened fire on them.
The acting attorney general, Matthew Whitaker, telling reporters special counsel Robert Mueller's probe is now close to being completed.
A new study finds lowering blood pressure could cut the risks of developing a brain disorder that can lead to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia.
For the first time, the NFL is officially admitting that officials made critical mistakes in the playoff game, leaving fans outraged and a cloud hanging over the Super Bowl.
No flag, man. No flag. Welcome. Today is Tuesday.
Okay.
Quality Tam coming up for you. 9 o'clock. She comes in like a wrecking ball, man, and punches you right in the face. Yeah.
Wow.
You guys can hang out with us. Call us. Phone lines are always open for you during the show. 505-338-3700. Also, text in live line. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Text in, hang out with us. Call that number. Leave a voicemail.
I dare you guys. I double dog dare you.
Tell us, bro. Tell us how much you love the show.
I double dog dare you.
You can call into your favorite morning show and you don't even have to talk to us. Just leave us a little love message. You know what I'm saying?
I triple dog dare you.
It's almost February, the month of love. We would love to hear your little love notes to us.
Yeah, man. You know, just Valentine's Day right around the corner, you know?
You look upset.
I am upset.
Why are you upset?
I just don't understand why you're being weird.
I'm not the one who's being weird. You're being weird. Couple goals.
How am I being weird?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful.
Speaking of couple goals, we have a few Weekend to Remember giveaways that we're going to be doing. There's an entire weekend that you'll remember because they called it Weekend to Remember. You and your spouse will have the opportunity to go to this awesome weekend thing where you have to talk about marriage stuff and get to know each other and, you know, get better at being together forever.
Beautiful. Yeah.
If that sounds like a good time to you, you got to keep it locked because we've got 3
Keep it locked.
3 Weekend to Remember registration packets, including 1 grand prize that includes the weekend stay at the Tamaya Resort.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know, and according to a lot of couples out there, it looks like you need this getaway.
That's not how you fold the towels.
It doesn't matter how you fold a towel.
It does matter how you fold a towel. If you want it to fit in the closet, you have to roll it.
Happy Valentine's Day.
No. We can relate to that so well. Yes. Why do you fold the towels that way? That's not how you fold the towel.
That's why I just don't fold clothes, man. That's why the recliner in our bedroom looks like a laundry monster.
A laundry monster.
Yeah, laundry
Beautiful.
monster.
Laundry monster. All right, your chance coming up, guys. Steve-O, you have another story to share? You had something?
Sure. Why not? Best Buy.
I've
When
never heard
thinking
of
of Valentine's Day, for dudes anyways, is there a better spot? I feel like
Best
it's
Buy?
basically the only spot that's left. R.I.P. Hastings. R.I.P. just about everywhere else that had all of your entertainment needs.
I'm pretty sure Walmart can satisfy all my
Yeah,
needs.
if you want it smelling like body odor and...
Really? Huh. Really? Wow.
Well, for all of you Best Buy lovers out there, you may be rethinking things after this story. I'm here to tell the story of a man. A security guard. An Army veteran.
Ooh, nice.
An amazing human being. His name, Tyler. His last name, redacted from the thing because he didn't want bad guys to know who he is.
Nice. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Homie was chilling out front of the Best Buy in Roseville, California, when he saw something. There was a dude walking to his car, and when he got to his car, a bunch of undercover cops jumped out to arrest him.
Oh, wow.
Imagine this. You're a security guard. This guy's like just walking to his car cash. You're scoping the parking lot, just checking the scene, and you see this dude all of a sudden, wah! Like 9 cops. Whoa!
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Oh!
Nobody move!
Well, according to the Placer County Sheriff's Office, the suspect, identified as 35-year-old Timothy Trujillo, he was shocked and turned to the closest cop and punched him in the face!
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not joking. Punches an officer in the face and then just starts booking it. Well, he got away-ish. So this security guard is standing outside of Best Buy, sees all this unfold. He said, quote, he started running towards me and I thought, here's what I'm gonna do. The right thing. Helping the sheriff stop him. So in the footage, you seriously see this guy punch an officer, and then he starts running, and then out of like nowhere, you see this yellow vested security guard go, "Rah!" and he like, straight up Madden 19 tackles
he did,
him,
man, and it was like
to the ground. He was so fast, it was incredible. So he tackled the dude to the ground, and another officer was able to run up at that point and keep him on the ground so they could arrest him. Turns out, dude had warrants out for his arrest.
No way.
Yeah. Numerous burglaries, felony warrants in Nevada. He was booked into jail, remains in custody without bail, charged with burglary, assaulting, resisting arrest, possession of methamphetamines, and burglary tools.
Woo.
This dude was a bad guy.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah.
Well, Best Buy had a security camera out front, of course, and the footage has since gone viral because, dude,
the footage is awesome.
Yeah. It was amazing. He tackled him. This guy is a hero. So, of course, Best Buy did what you expected them to do. There's going to be a parade in Roseville, California, honoring this Army veteran and Best Buy security guard
that's
for
Canada.
doing the right thing.
That's not it.
That's also not what happened.
Oh, wait. That's not what... What'd you say?
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened?
Yeah, no, Best Buy thanked him for doing the right thing by firing him. Yeah. Yeah, they immediately fired him.
Yep. I knew it. I knew it.
Yep.
Because you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
We've read this story so many times.
They said he used excessive force. It was against Best Buy's policy to intervene and to lay hands on a suspect. Like, you're never supposed to touch anybody. And this Tyler literally tackled this guy to stop him from escaping the cops. If he hadn't done that, the guy would have gotten away.
Yeah, it's not like the guy was he stole something from Best Buy and then like took off running, you know?
Yeah.
Like he assaulted a cop.
Yeah.
This is a different situation.
Totally different.
So what? People are probably freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people are chiming in on the live line like, what? Poor guy got fired. Paul said we used to have all kinds of good stories of taking out thieves in the good old Costco days. I had to put a guy in a headlock, escort him up to the front once, buddy of mine, for a gun pulled on him.
Can you imagine Paul tackling you to the ground?
Yeah. I don't understand. Somebody said, why does Best Buy have security guards? They just keep firing them.
Yeah, what's the point? That's a good call.
Yeah.
It's basically it's like the people that have the security sign out in their front yard. Most people don't have their security system going, but they say if you have the sign out in the front lawn, it deters criminals from burglarizing your house. Probably the same thing. They just want that, oh, here's a security guy.
Best Buy representative released the following statement. Quote, our policy is clear. Employees are not to chase potential criminals outside of the store. Chasing an individual in the parking lot creates a safety risk that isn't worth taking regardless of how noble an employee's intention is. And they let him go.
Well, it sounds like he probably will not have a problem finding another job.
Yeah, I guess Tyler says he doesn't have hard feelings toward Best Buy. It seemed like the right thing to do. Like I said, it was someone running from the cops, so it seemed like the logical thing to do in the moment. So he's like, I would have done it 1,000 times.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the type of person he is.
He literally tackled this criminal who had just punched an officer in the face and was escaping.
Exactly. We don't know. Let's say this Army vet didn't
intervene
in that situation. This criminal could have gotten away. We don't know. Maybe he would have killed somebody in the process.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate says Best Buy didn't want to deal with a lawsuit from the thug, so it's easier for them to fire the security guard, easier for their pockets. Yeah, because he tackles him in the parking lot, right into like the little median, and it's like, oh, he got him. He got him good.
Yeah, I feel like they need to investigate. Instead of just firing these employees, they need to do a better investigation before they fire them.
Carl says I'd make a fantastic Best Buy security guard. Hey, you're stealing something? Have a good day. Have a nice day, sir.
See, Steve, this is what I don't get.
See you later.
So basically, a criminal can walk into one of these stores, fill their basket up with whatever they want, and walk out even with the security person there, they can just walk out without paying it and nobody will stop them?
Mm-hmm.
What?
When I worked at a...
What?
Yeah. When I worked at a store here in town, they had a very strict policy that you could not touch someone. And so we would regularly see people come in to the store, hang out, have like wire cutters or something. Because, you know, like when I worked at Apple, they'd have them all like displayed. Yeah. There's all these iPads and stuff displayed. They just have them displayed. Inevitably, somebody would come in and then you just hear, boo, because there's like the alarm that goes off. And somebody would have like wire cutters or something. Yeah. They'd just grab a phone or an iPad or something.
And they'd be like, don't worry, it's just me.
And then just book it. And everybody would just stand there.
Nobody could stop them.
No.
Can't lock the door. Could they lock the doors?
No.
Really?
Yeah. They just run out. And then you'd be like, man, that's the third one today. I'm just kidding.
That's the third one today.
Well, because the place that I worked at has security outside, right? Yeah. So they're like, that's their job. Your job is to teach people how to use the iPhone. So I've got an update.
Breaking news.
Best Buy, known for being the worst when it comes to hiring and firing security guards, has reversed course.
Oh, nice.
After the public outcry that they were stupid. That's right, Best Buy has actually offered the fired security guard who tackled a suspect who allegedly punched a police officer his job back.
Beautiful.
Initially, Best Buy said the employee's actions violated company policy, which forbids workers from interfering with potentially illegal events outside the store. The company changed its mind on Monday.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. They said we made a decision to terminate our employee for violating our clear policies, but have had reason to take another look at what happened. In the end, we understand he made a split-second decision to do what he thought was right.
Yeah, that's right.
And while we wish he hadn't put himself or anyone else at risk, we regret our initial decision and will be offering him his job back.
Yes. Wonder if he's going to take it back. Wonder if he's going to go back.
I don't know how man.
He's like, I'll just take the unemployment. I'm good. No worries. Somebody set up a GoFundMe for me. I'm cool.
Somebody says a friend of mine owns a meat market, and he told me that they're not supposed to even touch the people stealing merchandise. They just have to let them go.
That is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all right, well.
So here's the...
That'd be a great job. Being a security guard would be the worst job in retail.
Yeah.
You are just basically...
a placeholder.
You're wearing a costume. Yeah. That's your job, is to stand there.
Yeah. The county sheriff's office, Lieutenant Andrew Scott, thanked the Best Buy employee for his help with the arrest in an interview on Saturday. He said, "We are very grateful he intervened. Luckily, no one was hurt. That was our first and most pressing concern. But because he intervened, we were able to catch this man and take him off the streets."
Beautiful. So that's great, man.
Yep.
Good. You know, just speaking of jobs real quick, and I'm not going to get political because that's not what we do here, but it's very, very good news that a lot of these federal employees now are going back to work. They're going to get that back pay.
Yeah.
Because the government isn't shut down anymore. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I was so worried about some of these families out there that live paycheck to paycheck, like most Americans do. And, you know, it's like, man, some of these guys and girls had to get a second job. Some had to borrow money from friends and family just so they could feed their families. And, well, good news. Government is open, and they're going to get all that back pay. So,
yeah,
good. I was a little worried this might drag out for
what stinks is a lot of people are really saying the same thing, because you're talking about people losing their jobs or not having their jobs, and the government shut down, and gosh, it was a nightmare. And here we have this guy who got fired, and is a good point that a couple people have made. One said he probably hired an attorney. Best Buy had to pick between which lawsuit they wanted to defend. Maybe, I don't know. He broke store policy. He's not supposed to leave the store. He left the store. He's not supposed to physically touch anybody. He tackled a guy to the ground. It's pretty black and white.
That tackle is so great.
It is really great.
You gotta watch the tackle. Yeah. Maybe you could join like a football league in town, like an adult football league.
See? I don't know. I don't know. So the question, though, is if this guy did the right thing, is it ever okay to not do the right thing?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's absolutely okay to do the right thing when it's not a right thing.
Because the correct thing.
When someone's life is in jeopardy, at risk, I mean, this is a situation where a criminal punched and assaulted an officer, got away, and who knows what can happen. I mean, we can't predict what can happen. Maybe the criminal just would have got away. Nobody would have got hurt or injured or killed, but we don't know. But if somebody did get killed in the process and nobody did anything, everybody would have.
Dude, this is classic Uncle
freaking
Ben
out.
story, bro.
This is Uncle Ben.
Spider-Man,
This is
Uncle
it.
Ben.
Yep.
Guy's running by, and it's like, stop the thief. And Spider-Man's like, that's not my problem. Yeah, well, guess what? He shot and killed your uncle later, bro.
Yeah.
And if you had just tackled him out front of Best Buy, Uncle Ben would still be alive.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. And I love what the veteran said. You know, the security guard said after he tackled and got fired, he's like, I would have done it 1,000 times. I wouldn't change a thing. I would have tackled him.
It was the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, you get fired, you get fired. You'll find another gig, man. You know, the support was probably amazing. He probably has a GoFundMe page set up. He's gonna be fine, but
yeah,
I'd be curious to see if he takes the job back. But I'm glad that Best Buy is making good on it. I think they just need to have better investigations when it comes to stuff like that. Don't just fire him on the spot.
It's hard because they go back on their decision, you know, but it was probably because the public was crying foul at Best Buy, and they're like, oh, dude, our stocks are going to drop and all these things. It doesn't feel like it's this intentional, like, hey, we want to do the right thing story. It really doesn't.
Yeah, but here's probably the situation, though. It was probably somebody locally that did the firing. Corporate probably found out about it and contacted the local management and said, listen, we looked at the story. You can't fire this guy. This is a situation where it was somebody that wasn't just running out with, stealing something. This guy assaulted a police officer. Different situation. Yeah. I bet you that's probably the situation. I don't know, though. I'm just speculating. But it's pretty easy, man. Pretty easy. Easy pickings for the criminals out there. I can't believe how easy it is just to walk into a store and just walk out, even if there's a security guard there.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, be sure you know your sin will find you out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like you may get away with cutting the cable on the old iPhone and running out of the store, but maybe you weren't expecting that security guard to be parked outside somewhere that sees you running, or maybe you didn't, because we don't know what happens.
And isn't, all that stuff's insured anyways, too.
Yeah. But that's what stinks. Like, we're talking the right thing, and in corporate America, it's frustrating.
It is.
Frustrating. I will say it is a little weird how public opinion and public pressure, this is like a 24-hour turnaround.
Yeah.
They fired him and then went back on it in 12 hours.
Just kidding.
Yeah, seriously. So here we go.
Just joking.
Take a look at public opinion and how quickly we can change situations in corporate America. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. I kind of like this. Everybody dance. Let's do this, guys. Ooh, yeah. All right, we got to take a quick break. The cure for cancer? Israeli scientist says he has the cure for cancer.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Science coming up. Hang out with us.
I'm Daniel, and it's time to get in the techno. When was the last time you heard about TiVo? 2007? Yeah, me too. Well, TiVo is back in the news as they were spotted at CES earlier this year showing off new TiVo apps. Previously, you needed a TiVo Mini for each room you wanted to play your DVR video in. Now, you'll be able to use the app on an existing device to stream your DVR video. TiVo's app is being built for Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TV, and then released in that order in the second half of 2019. Although facing irrelevance, TiVo has been working hard to appeal to us millennial streamers known as cord cutters. The app should be free and should not include any other subscription fees. There's only one problem. If I've cut the cord and don't have cable or over-the-air TV, what the heck am I going to DVR on my TiVo app? I'm Daniel, and now you're in the Techno on Star 88.
This is Groundwire with Sean Dunn. Groundwire.
I'd been pulled over for not using my turn signal when changing lanes, and the offense didn't seem to match the consequence. Even though I knew that I'd broken the law, I was struggling to accept my punishment. Seeing the frustration on my face, the officer said, "Listen, I'm just trying to break you of this habit before it either hurts you or someone else." He said that many accidents are caused each year by people that do not signal their changes. Some even prove to be fatal. I share that story with you not to emphasize the importance of obeying that particular law, but to show you the parallel that exists between my infraction and that of many Christians. Sometimes we sit and wonder why God tells us to avoid certain things. In our arrogance, we argue that our violation of His law is not big enough to warrant consequences. Yet we must understand that many times He instructs us so that we can break our habit before it causes harm to us or those around us. You see, God knows that when we do our thing, our way, without taking into account His law and His desires, it is just a matter of time until serious damage is done. Isn't it time that we stop arguing and simply start to obey?
For more, log on to groundwire.net. Groundwire.net.
This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
Sing to me, baby, in your native tongue. Sing the words of the wise and the young. Show me the place where your words come from. Love's the language, love's your native tongue. Feel your heartbeat, bang the drum. Open up your eyes and fill your lungs. The same word from where the stars are flung. Love's the language, love's your native tongue. My heart is a beating drum. My head in oblivion. My soul such a long way from my lips, my lungs, my native tongue. My friend, where did we go wrong? My Lord, we forgot our sound. My soul such a long way from my lips, my lungs, my native tongue. Sing it to me, whisper into my ear. Accusers' voices start to disappear. In the wind, in the tongues of the flame. In my soul, in my one true name. Back before we learned the words to start a fight. Back before they told us that the haters were right. He spoke the truth, let there be, and there was. Love's the language, love's your native tongue. My heart
Switchfoot Native Tongue on Star 88. 804.
High today at 46 degrees.
Good morning, good morning. It's the Morning Invasion.
Live from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Dex, Steven.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
It is such a good night to kiss. It is such a good night to dance. It is such a good night to Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo,
I've been playing this song for years, Steve-O. And I was pretty excited when I was watching TV and they were using this song for a car commercial. I got really excited for whoever this band is. I don't even know. I titled it Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Wah is the name of the song.
I like that.
But I've been playing this on the radio for a lot of years, and yeah, pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they probably were listening to our show, heard it, and said, we should use that for their car commercial. Yeah, probably what happened. Just makes me happy. I like stuff like this. Welcome to the show. Tam is not going to be in this morning. That's right, everybody. Not. Apparently, we're not important to her.
No, we're not.
You know?
Guess not.
Not important. She's got to lead worship at Hope Christian School today. Okay. I see. I get it. How many people do you think are there at that church? How many? 50?
Oh, I'm really bad at guessing.
A billion? All right. You listen, there's a lot. I was reading this story about the Israeli scientist who apparently, now, again, I don't know. I don't want to give anybody any false hope whatsoever. I'm not going to say that they have found the cure for cancer, but the headline says, a cure for cancer? Israeli scientists say they think they found one.
Okay.
So I am not at all saying they found the cure for cancer. Because I feel like over the years, I've read that headline before, and it's just nothing. So, gosh, man, all of us have had somebody close to us who has been affected with cancer. We've lost loved ones. Gosh, man, I've lost so many. I've estimated 18.1 million new cancer cases are diagnosed worldwide each year. 18.1 million. Yeah. And if this is true, this is a game changer right here. So look it up. It's from the Jerusalem Post, and there's a lot of scientific jargon in here that I can't even begin to tackle.
Can't even tackle the word jargon.
No, it's Jergen, dude.
Jergen is a brand of lotion. Jargon is...
See? At least I know my level, okay? I know where I stand when it comes to my education.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt to dip into this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Fill this up real quick. But it would be pretty cool, man, if this was true.
Yeah.
The cure for cancer. How cool would it be? Do you think it's going to happen in our lifetime, man? We're still so very young.
Yeah, we are.
Do you think they're going to find the cure for cancer before we die?
Man. I don't know. Katie says it well. I don't know. I feel like this is how the zombie apocalypse happens. Yeah.
Through a cure for cancer?
Yes.
Here, try this
let's
vaccine.
test this on humans. And then
totally works in mice and rats.
And then we de-evolve and eat each other.
Well, I mean, let's face it, that is never going to happen.
Wait, the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, dude. Have you read Revelation?
Right. But that's also yeah.
Are the zombies mentioned in there?
Okay. Actually,
Ooh, wow.
the dead shall rise. But it's a little different than, say, The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
we shall
man.
see. Do you think, Steve-O, in our lifetime, the Ark of the Covenant will be found once again?
I hope not, man. That thing melts Nazi faces. Like, you know.
You can't touch it unless you have
Don't look at it. Don't even
Jesus
look at
in
it.
your heart. I think that's the only way you can touch it. If you're Old Testament, you die, and if you're New Testament, you're okay.
No.
Is that how it works?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
I thought it was like under the Old Covenant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, we had a chance to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark this weekend at the Lobo Theater, and I will say, it was like, man, that Ark is crazy. It like kills people.
And it was very disappointing when they opened up that Ark and there was just sand in there.
Mhm.
That was very disappointing. I wanted to see the 10 Commandments, the tablets, the stone tablets. I wanted to see the manna from heaven. There's supposedly some manna from heaven in there. What else is in there?
I don't know. What would actually be in there? A Baconator?
A Baconator? Yeah, Baconator. Yep.
I'm really hungry.
Dude, look what's in there. The miracle pillow is in there.
What is all this as seen on TV? Because let's be real.
Guys, look at what's in the Ark of the Covenant. The Onionator. You can spice and dice onions in seconds. The Baconator?
You put me on the spot, man.
The Baconator from Wendy's?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Wow, guys, look at what we found. They opened up the Ark of the Covenant and found P90X. It's actually like a time capsule from like 2006. Yeah. But it's a time capsule in the shape of the Ark of the Covenant. Guys, we found the Ark of the Covenant.
We found it.
Whoa!
There's a George Foreman grill in here.
A George Foreman grill.
Thank you, Katie. That was great. Yep. Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Whew. Man, we are funny. What?
Do you?
Here's what we're gonna
What?
do. Go ahead. No,
what are you
go
putting
ahead.
in there?
What's in the Ark?
Yeah,
We found
Google
it.
that.
Yeah, what's in the Ark of the Covenant?
I've watched all those documentaries on the Ark of the Covenant over the years, and just guessing where they think it is and which group stole the Ark, and is it in Africa? Is it in the United States? Do the Catholics have it?
So in real life, Hebrews 9 states that the Ark contained the golden pot that had manna.
Okay.
Aaron's rod that budded, and the tablets of the covenant.
Ooh.
We're talking like the commandments of God. So those are the things that were like actually held.
No Baconator in there?
No Baconator.
No George Foreman grill?
0 George Foreman grills to be found.
No Michael Jordan rookie card?
I mean... So Paul said, wouldn't the manna be moldy after about 4,000 years or so? But Seth is reminding us, not if the manna came from heaven, bro.
Yeah, that is miracle bread.
Yeah.
Gluten free.
What if Yeah.
Ain't no gluten in heaven.
But what would be the purpose of finding it today? Real question.
What would be the purpose?
Yeah.
An amazing archaeological discovery.
Okay.
That'd be the purpose.
Thanks, Dr. Jones.
Another more evidence that the Bible is 100% accurate.
Well, that'd be more historical.
Exactly.
Proof, but yes.
Well, that's what is so great about the Bible, right? The archaeological evidence.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the huge things about the Bible. Everything so far that the Bible has predicted has come true.
Right. But like, what would we do with it?
What do you mean what we do?
It belongs in a museum.
Thank you very much,
Dr. Jones. But what would we like? Man, could you imagine, like seriously, in real life, if the Ark of the Covenant was found, what that would do with other religious groups not wanting that to be showcased in a museum somewhere? Because think about that. The Ark of the Covenant.
I would really like to talk to Brian Nixon about this because I want to know, is that thing still working?
Oh, you mean like the...
Are people gonna die if you touch it?
Yeah, like the direct access to God.
Exactly.
That's what they said in Indiana Jones. And they stupidly opened it up on an island. Everybody died.
I think, now this is my opinion, because I've watched a lot of these documentaries, and there's a lot of different theories on where the Ark is.
Yeah.
I think the best possible explanation of where the Ark is in Jerusalem.
Okay.
And it's underneath where Jesus was crucified. So it's buried underneath where Jesus died.
Mm-hmm.
And the Israeli government has it on lock and key.
Okay.
They know it. They've discovered it. They're not going to announce that they have it, of course, because what's going to happen, someone's going to come in. You know, Indiana Jones is coming for that Ark.
Well, anytime...
'Cause if not, the Nazis will.
Oh, of course. Duh. This is America. Welcome to 2019, bro. We got to find it first. And like all things, where do you go to discover fact?
The Bible.
No, dude, the internet.
Darn it. Thought I had that one.
I just Googled, where is the Ark of the Covenant? Duh!
What? Talk to me? Talk to me?
Well, Levitical priests moved the Ark to Egypt just before the Babylonians sacked Jerusalem.
Okay.
That was in 586 BC.
All right.
From there, it was moved to Ethiopia,
Okay.
where it resides to this day in the town of Axum.
I've seen this in the
the
documentary.
St. Mary of Zion Cathedral.
This is the dumbest thing ever.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
That's not real?
No, it's not real.
Queen Sheba visited Solomon in Jerusalem 3,000 years ago, and the son she bore him, Menelik, visited Jerusalem where he brought the Ark of the Covenant back to Axum. It's been in Ethiopia ever since.
Okay.
All we had to do was read Queen Sheba's diary.
Okay.
And she wrote it down when Menelik was 20. It's in Axum, bro. Anyways.
It's not with Noah's Ark. That's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's, I think it would be an amazing discovery.
Yeah, but see, here's another thing. Somebody said they would brand it as fake news. Bet.
Well, yeah, and that's probably it.
Oh, man. It would be a hoax. It would be fake news. How long would it take to actually research it to where people would believe it was the genuine article?
Well, you know, they found Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, they found Noah's Ark, but guess what? Same thing you just said. Most people don't believe that that's actually Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
But they found Noah's Ark. I saw it on a YouTube video, guys.
Okay.
And I believe it.
Kim believes it's in Italy at the Vatican.
Maybe. You know? I bet you anything. I bet you our government. I bet you the Israeli government. I can guarantee you they know exactly where it's at.
You think so?
It's under lock and key.
Okay.
It's in a boat out in the middle of an ocean in a giant wooden box that's labeled Baconators and George Foreman Grills. Because who's going to open that box?
I mean, to be fair, never mind, I'm not even saying that.
Where do you think the Ark is, Starmy? It's the topic. And what do you think would happen if you touched the Ark? Would you die?
Well, yeah. Remember the Israelite who touched the Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah.
Uzzah, the son of Abinadab?
Will you Google
In
this for
whose
me?
house the men of Kajajamon placed the ark when it was brought back from the land of the Philistines?
Will you Google this for me?
What?
If you touched the ark. Oh wait, hold on. if we found the Ark of the Covenant and touched it, would we still die?
Yes.
Google it.
I don't think they answer that one. Hold on, that's a
Google
long
it.
question. If we found sorry, I don't type well. The Ark of the Covenant
and touched it
and gosh,
don't worry about the spellings.
and
Google will correct it.
Touched it.
Would
we
die? Would I die? Would we die?
It rain.
Would it rain?
I'm just would we die?
Okay. Is that good? Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. The very first thing that came up.
I know what the Bible says. I want to know future tense.
Well, yeah, but in order to know future, we have to go back to the Bible because people died who touched it or looked into the ark.
Talk to me.
It was an embodiment of God's presence with the Israelites.
Yes.
So, according to this one website, rationalchristianity.net, we could trust that. They said that there's the number of deaths, 50,070. Footnote in the NIV says most Hebrew manuscripts has 50,070. What? Listen, that's a large number.
50,070 people died?
Looking into a roughly 2 foot by 4 foot container at the same time. So, did that many people really die?
Well,
we'll have more next week on Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to
Okay, listen.
talk about.
Here's a question that was asked in 2016.
Oh, that was from me.
What?
I actually asked that question on Quora.
What would happen if I found the Ark of the Covenant?
What would happen if I found the Ark? I just wanted to know.
Real
what would
internet
happen?
question.
Like if I discovered
if
the
I
Ark,
stumbled upon the Ark of the Covenant while magnet fishing,
you know, could happen.
What would that be worth to people, maybe? Well, according to Dick Harfeld, he said the first thing that scientists would want to do is establish whether or not it was actually the Israelites' Ark of the Covenant, or one of the identical religious boxes used by Northwestern Semitic ethnic groups. Apparently back then, they had their own container store, man. There was the real Ark, and then there was a lot of people just going to the container store.
Do you think, though, Steve-O, if they found the Ark of the Covenant, but they weren't sure it was the Ark, do you think they would all sit around and do rock, paper, scissors to decide which one would touch it first?
Yeah.
Like, you touch it.
No!
Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Well, you're not even supposed to, look in it. You'll die.
Well, you can't touch it either.
How could you imagine you're like the archaeologist who discovers the Ark, and then you're just like,
yeah, what do we
do?
Do
we call somebody?
Here's what you do, bro.
Yeah.
I know exactly. I've thought about this a lot.
Okay.
You take a stick, okay?
Yeah.
And you push the top off with the stick.
No.
You cannot touch it with human flesh.
Yeah,
You'll die.
but if you look in it, you'll still die.
You blindfold yourself like Bird Box.
Right.
Okay? Bird Box style blindfold. And you push the stick. You use the stick. Because that thing's electrocute you. There's some power thing going on in that thing that kills you.
Somebody reminded us that God's presence is with his people through the sacrifice of Christ. Therefore, the ark has no power.
See, I've heard that.
So we just pick it up.
I heard
and we take it to the museum.
I've heard hey, man.
Duh.
New covenant.
Gosh.
You're fine. You're under the old law. You dead.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Caitlin thinks we've stumbled upon our newest YouTube show, Bible study with Dex and Steve-O, answering the pressing questions on everyone's mind.
Yes.
Mark says we could call it Dude, Where's My Ark?
Yes!
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to speculate.
Baca Family Production says, you guys are on a roll these last couple of days. Hilarious. And by the way, the Masons are holding the Ark.
The Masons?
I mean,
is that Seth?
Yeah, Paul says, wouldn't you think that after about 2 or 3 people killed over staring at the Ark, that like everybody would be like, oh, dang, maybe we shouldn't do that.
But here's the thing. This is, again, my theory. I believe the Israeli government has it. They have it buried somewhere because when they found it, when they rediscovered it, people died. So they don't want anybody to touch it because they know the power. They know the power that it brings. So, of course, they're hiding it under the crucifixion site where Jesus died. That's right. I learned it from a YouTube video. Gosh, this is a great theme song. Oh, man. And we are so late. It's ridiculous. We have to go to break.
We've been trying to answer good questions.
That's right. It's a good one. All right, we got to take a break. We're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. The topic is, what would you do if you found the Ark of the Covenant? We'll be right back.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
Life is full of troubles, isn't it? And our country's facing a lot of trouble right now. Then you have your own troubles. You have your family troubles. You have your health issues. You have your financial problems. You have the issues with your kids or whatever it is. So what do? Prayer is the way by which God helps us overcome our anxiety and worry. It's been said, if your knees are shaking, kneel on them. Paul gives us these words, very familiar, Philippians 4. Don't worry about anything. Pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for what He has done. And if you do this, you will experience God's peace, which is more wonderful than the human mind can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. Don't worry about anything. Pray about everything.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
Hey, do you believe God wants to engage you in a personal relationship? Or is that just wishful thinking? Not according to James McDonald. Listen up.
How many of us have been there? How many of us know people right now who are filling their life with things that it's going to lead to misery? It's going to crash and burn. We should have great compassion for the suffering they inflict upon themselves. We too have been there. Maybe some of you here are there now. You should turn from that which can never satisfy and find in Him, Jesus Christ, Him whom to know is life eternal, all that your heart has been looking for and longing for.
Listen Up is a production of Walk in the Word, a ministry that's all about igniting passion in the people of God through the proclamation of truth. For Bible study resources and more, go to jamesmcdonald.com.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory.
Lauren Daigle, You Say. It's on Star 88. Good morning. It's 8:32. High today at 46 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
And go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, everybody. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Give me 3 good deep breaths in. Out through the mouth.
Wait, how do I do this? Do I breathe in through the nose?
Through
I'm
the
about
nose,
to pass out.
Out through the mouth. You'll get this natural high. Almost like you're, well, I was going to say blowing up a balloon, but you go the opposite way when you're blowing up a balloon. But
my watch tells me to breathe from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got dizzy.
I did too, actually.
Yeah, see, it's that natural high. Good morning. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, guys, on a Tuesday. All right, 2019's Fear List came out for Americans. What do we fear the most as Americans, Steve-O?
What do we fear the most as Americans?
Yeah, what's our number one fear?
Racism.
No, wrong button. Darn it. Oh. There it is.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Okay, well, our number one fear as Americans, another Great Depression.
No.
Kim says terrorism.
No.
No?
No.
That's actually what I immediately thought of. Americans' greatest fear. Heart attacks.
No.
Our children being taken.
Nope.
What is
wrong?
America's greatest fear?
You said it earlier.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Oh.
Baconators.
Oh. Pigs dying and not returning.
No, I'm kidding. You didn't say it earlier.
Dang it! Somebody says Ebola. Good, that's Katrina.
Ebola.
Ebola, flesh-eating disease.
Nope.
Jarrett says politicians.
You know what? I'll accept that.
Politicians?
Yeah.
Oh.
Snakes was the number one answer.
Okay.
You know, that's it's same category.
Wow.
Snakes were number one when it comes to our biggest fears.
Oh my gosh.
I'll absolutely accept that.
I thought you meant like, okay, so it really was dumb things I was thinking of. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like the economy or it's...
No, I mean, 51% of us are afraid of snakes. And when we watched Raiders of the Lost Ark the other day, and the whole snake scene popped up, I seriously had to close My eyes. I hate snakes.
I hate snakes! I hate them!
Yeah. That's the worst. Because I grew up, my parents still live on a nest of snakes.
It's so weird.
It is disgusting.
Yeah.
And guess what story I found this morning? I found a story about a woman in Australia who had a python come up through her toilet.
Okay. Nope. That when I was a kid, that was like my biggest fear.
Yeah, it happened at my place in Montana growing up.
Oh,
They'd get up through the pipes.
Nope. I can't even.
I was scared to death to take showers at my parents' house because of, snake water. Snakes get into the well. They do. And I'm bathing in snake water. You know why I know that?
Why?
The water smells like sulfur. It smells like hell. That's hell water.
Yeah.
And what are snakes? They're demons from hell. What are politicians? Demons from
No,
hell.
Stop it. You can't say that. Although the funny thing is, most people, that was really an answer. I just didn't want to say it. No, not snakes. Politicians.
Yeah.
People were talking about Trump getting reelected. As an American, the left taking over the country. Like, seriously, most people really did chime in politically. And I was like, okay. But then there was, like, the real ones, like being alone. Russia.
Being alone.
But mostly it was like socialism. My number one fear for Americans, red hats. Somebody else said the libs taking over. Somebody else said Trump getting reelected. Like, seriously, it was like,
wow.
Boom, 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 boom.
Maybe
politics.
we need to change
politics.
A more political format.
Not even a little bit.
You like to talk about your left wing.
I hate it. I hate talking politics. I really do.
You're the one who brings it up all the time.
Okay.
I keep away from it. Let's see. Birds was number 10. Birds? People are scared of birds?
Huh.
Really? Birds?
There's a movie called Birds. The Birds.
Has
it's
nothing to do with birds except they're the ones that are the heroes that warn everybody that the demons are coming. Flying? Number 9 was flying.
Yeah, I'm not a,
15% of Americans are afraid of the dark. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I get a little scared of the dark. Sometimes. Not very often. Sometimes, do you ever get that feeling? Like, I had it this morning, and it doesn't happen to me very often. I had that uneasy feeling when I walked into the building this morning. Because it was early. I got here pretty early this morning.
Yeah.
And, you enter a building in the middle of the night by yourself, and it's all dark, and you're the one responsible turning all the lights on and shutting off the alarm. It can be a little scary. And I had that weird, oh my gosh, what if somebody like ran down the hallway right now and tackled me? What would be my first move? Would I try to put him in a rear naked choke? Would I try to go for a groin shot like Master Kin taught me? Well, I don't know. There's so many things going on in my head.
I will say the dark is creepy.
The dark is scary.
It's really
You can't see in the dark. Especially if you have eye surgery like me. I'm terrible at seeing at night.
Somebody says my sister was bitten by a baby rattlesnake while camping, almost lost her arm.
Yeah, because those baby rattlers are more dangerous.
Had to be airlifted to 2 different hospitals. Finally ended up at UNM Hospital where she had lots and lots of anti-venom. Crazy story about faith and God's sweet provision.
Oh,
but
gosh, thank goodness. Thank God that...
Somebody else said my wife has a super huge fear of birds. Jorel, his wife's super afraid of birds.
Birders. Yeah. Public speaking. Now, remember public speaking used to be number 1? It's at number 7 now. Why do you think it's dropped?
Huh. Because less people are having to do public speaking.
Maybe.
They're not afraid of it anymore because it's like a dying art. No one's doing it.
Yeah.
They're just FaceTiming.
Clowns still pretty high up on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Clowns, okay, I get the whole, like, they're creepy.
Yeah.
I don't get how you're scared of clowns. That's a little weird to me still.
Okay. Kim says, I used to be terrified of walking by windows at night. I always thought someone was standing outside watching me, waiting to kill me. Gosh.
Okay. Okay, this one, yes. I have a lot of people close to me that are scared of needles. 21% of Americans are scared of needles.
Yeah.
I don't like needles. I don't think anybody really
like
likes
them.
Except the tattoo. I like that needle. For some weird reason, I like that needle.
Let's see. Parasites. Is that on the list?
Nope.
Spiders?
Nope.
Yeah, a few people chime in. It's still about birds.
Birds. That's so weird. Did they get attacked by a bird?
Jean doesn't like birds. I guess they were having a Bible study at the house in the past summer and had the front door open and a bird flew into the house, went straight for his face.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the scream.
You know what the chances of that happening are? Have you ever had a bird attack you?
No.
I had a bird poop on me once. Supposed to be good luck.
Let's see. I'm afraid of confined spaces. I have dreams where I'm buried alive.
That was number 4.
Oh, gosh.
Claustrophobia was number 4. Confined spaces.
I'm not good with
I don't like that either, man.
Somebody said mascots. Mascots freak me out.
They're very scary. Yes, of course.
Boy bands. Boy bands terrify Mark.
Okay. All right. No, that's not on
Cancer, not on the list?
No.
Katie says taking a selfie without a filter scares her.
That's a scary thing to do.
Big fear.
It really is.
Great fear.
The dentist was number 3 on the list.
Is this like little kids or is this adults?
A new survey of 2,000 Americans found less than 1 in 5 of us is actually scared of it, and 6 other fears ranked higher. Top 10 most common fears according to the survey. So 2,000 Americans. So I would imagine they're adults.
Katrina says Uber drivers.
Well, yeah, I mean, oh, I didn't tell you this story the other day. I picked up this girl, and she looked like she was probably she's 18 or 19.
Okay.
But when I pulled up to the house, her parents were out on the sidewalk in front of the house, watching her get in the car, and I could tell she was nervous. She gets in the back seat, and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And she's like, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time doing Uber without a friend with me. And I'm like, oh, well, cool. It'll be easy. And I had to take her like 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, I'm a little nervous after finding out that an Uber driver killed somebody in my neighborhood.
Oh my God.
I was like, what? What? An Uber driver killed someone in Rio Rancho? What? Is that true? So, of course, I didn't believe it at first, but then after I dropped her off, I parked and I Googled it, and yeah, there was like...
No way!
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Yeah, right? But this poor girl, I felt so bad, and I tried to convince her. I'm like, I don't know how you convince somebody, but I'm sitting there going, all right, well, I know where she lives now because I'm taking her home, so that's not very comforting for her, so... I don't know if there's any way I can make her feel comfortable in this situation, so I didn't really say anything.
It's like that's exactly what a killer would say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. What about heights? We had a few people say heights.
Heights was number 2.
Okay.
And of course, number 1 was snakes.
Okay.
So, there you go.
I'm surprised no one to see in Phoenix, of course, scorpions.
Scorpions.
That was somebody's.
I feel like you can step on those and kill them very easily.
Or you can accidentally step on like an arm and then they boom. Oh, not a fan of scorpions.
Are you barefoot? I don't get it.
Somebody just said, quote, this is Steve-O, I'm afraid of confined spaces. Come sit in my sauna with me.
I know.
It's true, though. We got in there, like there were a couple episodes where we interviewed 2 people, and it's tight, man. I think my saving grace is that it's so well illuminated because it gets really hot.
Well, yeah.
It's already like weird.
And the giant glass doors that make it seem like
right.
There's no doors.
And the cameras and the people all around me and the water and I'm safe.
And the fact that it's really not that hot compared to a dry sauna.
It's really hot.
I mean, 140 degrees is hot, but all right. Well, guys, what does the Bible say about fear? Steve-O?
Fear not, for I am with you. We are not given to a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind.
Amen.
Those are the first 2 that came to my mind.
Guys, we have to go to break. Don't be scared. We'll be back. Okay?
Okay.
You guys can hang out with us on YouTube. We're live right now. Mark, what's up? Alicia, New Mexico Veggie, Momster, what's happening? I love that. Katie, Paul, Albert, all hanging out. Sarah, thanks for chiming in, guys. A lot of people are hanging out but only a few of you chiming in on the chat. Come on, guys. Stop what you're doing.
Because I'm about
Put your
to
work
ruin
down and chime in. Be a part of the show.
the Humpty Dance.
There you go. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 8 Studios. We'll be right back.
Now, a Star 8 PowerPoint. Here's Francis Chan.
So when Paul and Silas spoke to the crowd in that one city in Berea, it says after they spoke, the people went and they actually studied the Bible themselves, and they said, wait, is that true? Is that true? Is that really in there? They examined the scriptures to see if what Paul and Silas were teaching, whether or not it was true. Do you do that? Do you get home from church after you hear a sermon and go, wait a second, let me see, let me read that in context. Is that really true? Because we're talking about forever. We're talking about the only thing that matters on this earth. So you better be a student of this book and not just take it for granted, because the Bible says in the last days, this is important, in 2 Timothy chapter 4, it talks about how in the last days there were going to be these false teachers everywhere.
That was Francis Chan on Star 8 with a PowerPoint.
Heartbreak's a bitter sound. No, well, it's ringing in my ears, and I can't understand why I'm not fixed by now. Begged and I have pleaded, take this pain, but I'm still bleeding. I trust you for certain. Head says it's not working. I'm stuck here, still hurting, but you tell me you're making a mess.
Danny Goki and his beautiful, beautiful voice gracing us with his song masterpiece on Star 88. Do you like the way I talk?
I love it.
I love you.
And
8:51. Whoa.
High today of 46 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
The shutdown is over.
800,000 furloughed federal workers will go back to work and should be getting their back pay within days.
There is a new date for the president's State of the Union address. Now that the government shutdown is over, it is February 5th.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz seriously considering running for president as an independent.
More than 200 million people are bracing for extreme cold across much of the country.
We are talking about 60 below in some areas.
Deadly police shootout in Denver. Officers were responding to a call of shots fired, and when they got there, the gunman then opened fire.
Attorney General Matthew Whitaker telling reporters Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe is now close to being completed.
A new study finds lowering blood pressure could cut the risks of developing a brain disorder that can lead to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia.
For the first time, the NFL is officially admitting that officials made critical mistakes in the playoff game, leaving fans outraged and a cloud hanging over the Super Bowl.
Pass is incomplete, no flag.
Good morning. All right, I'm going to give you an option, okay? Do you want to hear about the 5 most annoying people at the gym? Or the 5 weird things that can make you less stressed?
Oh, dude, I am down with less stress.
Less stress?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. But what if less stress means not going to the gym because the people that work out there are super annoying? Let's find out if that's on the list. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are stressed out, have anxiety, and it's I think it's a very common thing now for Americans, right? To be stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you do? What are the 5 weird things that you can do to make you less stressed out, Steve-O?
Binge watch a television show.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm going to give you number 5.
Okay.
Dwelling on your failures.
Yeah. Makes sense, bro.
In a study last year, researchers found that writing about previous failures helped people to be less stressed when they encountered another difficult situation later on. Dwell on your failures. That sounds weird, which is the 5 weird things that can make you less stressed. Dwelling on your failures. That doesn't seem right, but researchers say it is. Dwell on them, bro. How about exercising in a group? You used to do CrossFit.
I did.
You used to work out with a group of people.
I still, literally just yesterday, I was talking to our girl Britt about how we got to get back to the gym. I want to do it, but it's like...
Yeah, well, according to a study, exercising with a group reduced stress about 25% better than working out alone. Okay, well, I mean, maybe it's probably has to do with... Usually when you're with a group, there's more accountability, so you're probably going to work out harder. And when you're alone, you slack off.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, this is a really weird one. But if you want less stress, you got to do it, Steve-O.
Okay.
You need to sniff Chrissy's laundry. Yeah, sniff her laundry.
Clean laundry?
A study last year in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that just smelling your significant other's clothes can make you feel calmer. Give it a sniff, bro. Come on, go ahead. Sniff it.
Well, yeah, it smells like you.
I know. Does it make you feel good?
Yeah. It kind of calmed me down a little.
Actually, sniffing my own shirt made me feel a lot better.
No, that's my... Don't sniff
You smell
my
just
jacket.
like the Jeter household.
I do. Yeah.
Which isn't a bad smell. It just
No.
smells like the Jeters. Sniffing your partner's laundry.
Okay.
Okay. All right, 2 more here. Weird things that can make you less stressed. I hope you guys are writing all of these down. This is really popular right now. There's a Netflix show that's super trendy right now. I need to pull it up. Maybe you know. Who's the girl that declutters everything?
Oh, gosh. I haven't seen it.
Let's see.
What's the show called?
It's called Decluttered. I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know. Look it up here. I'll tell you. Decluttering your home. Yeah. Researchers suggest...
Tidying up.
That's like super trendy.
Marie Kondo.
Here's what I need you to do, Steve. Okay? When you get home, go into your closet, okay? And I want you to pick it up.
Yeah.
And I want you to really, really, really think about whether or not you love that item. Okay?
Okay.
If you don't, I want you to throw it away. I think that's what she does. Something like that. There's some weird thing.
Told Chrissy recently it was time to clean out my closet.
Wow, bro.
But I was thinking more along the like figurative lines of like Eminem, you know, like I'm going for it, cleaning it all out, bro. All my dirty laundry. I'm gonna write a book.
Okay.
That's what I meant. And she was really excited at first because she thought I was gonna clean some things, and I'm like, no, man, that ain't me.
Yeah.
Gonna write a book.
All right, well, you do that.
Okay.
They say that if you declutter your home, that can really help with less stress, because if it is cluttered, if you live in a very cluttered house, it causes an increased level of the stress hormone cortisol throughout the day. So start decluttering, guys.
Apparently, I really got to do this because you're supposed to grab the item, and it doesn't
bring you joy.
If it doesn't bring you joy,
That's what it was.
You throw it away.
Right. Grab me right now. Do I bring you joy?
See, it depends on like what day it is, how I'm feeling.
Are you gonna throw me away?
I'll never throw you away. You're a person.
I don't think. You know what?
Yeah. Stress reliever. Dento says, "Come on, bro." But have you seen that business where you can go like pay to break stuff?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Very stress relieving.
Okay. All right. I have the number 1 weird stress reliever, and I'm gonna tell you after the break. Okay? I just gotta.
I can't.
I gotta, guys. I'm sorry.
Well played.
Sorry. You guys have to stay in your cars. You can't go into your work because I'm not giving it to you until we come back. So
try and take a guess what it is, Starmy. I want to know your thoughts. Number 1 stress reliever.
I love that.
These
YouTube
are all
Live.
kind of weird.
Star 88 FM on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Elevate Trampoline Park is our new power partner. Elevate Trampoline Park has wall-to-wall trampolines. What does that mean? They have basketball hoops, jousting and ninja courses, dodgeball courts with a toddler area, rock climbing, and a foam pit. Party packages, toddler time, blackout teen nights, and theme nights are available. Located at the Country Club Center, 3301 Southern Boulevard, Southeast, Rio Rancho, or ElevateRioRancho.com. Star 88 thanks Elevate Trampoline Park for their support. Star 88 welcomes Turf Creation Construction as a power partner. Turf Creation Construction has been landscaping yards, installing artificial turf, and creating block and decorative walls and ramadas for homes and businesses since 1980. They also create outdoor living elements like fire pits, waterfalls, and fireplaces. Turf Creation Construction at 505-550-5609. Online at turfcreations.net. Thank you, Turf Creative Construction, for becoming a power partner.
Someone once said, bitterness blows out the candle of joy and leaves the soul in darkness. Skip Heitzig tells you how to deal with this toxin.
Listen, of all the human emotions that are out there, this is one that you ought to fear the most. Because bitterness is emotional cancer.
Hotspot. Don't let others' words and deeds become a seed that grows into bitterness.
Bitterness is simply internalized anger that you let fester over time. You hold on to it long enough, and the anger will change. It will morph into something else, and that is resentment and then bitterness.
Access Skip's entire teaching library at connectwithskip.com.
God wants to move, but our bitter hearts block him from doing that. See, when your heart is bitter, God will not be real to you. Hatefulness and holiness cannot dwell in the same heart.
Add the Connect with Skip Heitzig Alexa skill to your Amazon device.
So when you sync your life into the rich soil of God's love, that's where you want to be plugged into.
This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe. Rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base. KPKJ, Mintmore. K201CC, Las Cruces. K203EZ, Alamogordo. K207CQ, Gallup. K211CW, Hobbs. K212EH, Silver City. K214DE, Antonito. K218AK, Artesia. K250AB, Roswell. K293AO, Alamosa. K228DQ, Portales. In the free app for iOS and Android. And online at star88.fm.
Make my way through the motions. I try to ignore it, but home's looking farther the closer I get. Don't know why I can't see the end. Is it over yet? A short leash and a short fuse don't match. They tell me it ain't that bad. Now don't you overreact. So I just hold my breath. Don't know why I can't see the sun when young should be fun. And I guess the bad can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind. And I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still the growing pains, they're keeping me up at night. And I can't hide. These growing pains are keeping me up at night. And I can't hide. These growing pains are keeping me up at night. Try to mend what's left of my content and comprehension as I take on the stress of the mess that I've made. Don't know if I even care for grown, if it's just alone. Yeah. And I guess the bad can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every is engraved in my mind. I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still the growing pains, they're keeping me up at night. And I can't hide. These growing pains are keeping me up at night. And I can't hide. These growing pains are keeping me up at night. Starting to look like Miss Know-It-all. Can't take her own advice. Can't find pieces of my peace of mind. I cry more than I want to admit, but I can't lie to myself, to anyone. Cause phoning it in isn't any fun. Can't run back to my youth the way I want to. The days my brother was quicker to fool. AM radio, not much to do. Use monsters as an excuse to lie awake. Now the monsters are the ones that I have to face. No band-aids for the growing pains. No band-aids for the growing pains.
Alicia Cara, Growing Pains on Star 88 905.
I love her name. She sounds like a bad guy in Mortal Kombat.
Alicia Cara.
Alicia Cara. Hi today at 46.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
So before the break, we were going over the 5 weird things that can make you less stressed.
Yep.
Dwelling on your failures, exercising in a group, sniffing your partner's laundry.
Yeah.
Decluttering your home. And the number one answer is what? What are people saying? A lot of people chiming in.
Fishing for metal treasure in pond lakes.
No.
Digging in my belly button and smelling it.
There's nothing better.
Something about my own brand.
There's nothing better than having a clean belly button hole. Is that what you call them?
Watching YouTube videos of people popping pimples.
Yeah, you know, people are
Dr.
so weird.
Pimple Popper.
And that's it. There's something about that.
That's gross. Rosalind
the
says
stress.
it's on TLC, and
Ugh.
Dr. Pimple Popper changes lives. One pop at a time. Changes lives, people!
Gross. No way. Number 1.
Praying and reading the Bible to calm me down if I'm critical.
Okay, I like that, but that's not on this list.
Stephanie says number 1, physical touch.
Physical touch. Skin to skin contact. Nothing better than taking
that number
my
1?
shirt off with Steve-O and holding him.
We do that chest bump thing. It's so
No,
rad.
I hold you.
No.
You chest bump, but I hold you. There's nothing better than holding another human being with your shirt off.
Shannon says screaming at the top of your lungs into a pillow.
You know what? I love that. There's nothing better. But no.
Katie says adult coloring. There's so many
Oh my
adult
gosh.
coloring books out there now. It's got to be a thing. I
love that.
I follow a bunch of artists on Instagram, like colorists. So you've got like the guys that do the drawings, and then the colorists are the one that come in, like they ink it, and I love watching them use their marker magic.
Yeah,
And
I
keep
love
thinking
that
I need to
too.
do that.
Time just goes by so quick too when you're drawing or coloring. I love that.
Alicia says taking a bath.
Bath time. Man, that sound effect does not sound like a bathtub filling up with water at all.
Is that coffee? Like, what was that
I'm
sound
pretty
effect?
sure someone was going to the bathroom. Yep, that was it. Yep.
It's supposed to be a bathtub.
Actually,
filling
it's
up.
hot water being poured into a coffee mug.
Okay.
Wrong button. Sorry, guys. Guys, come on. This is easy. What's the number 1 weird thing that can make you less stressed? I want to
Sleep.
move on.
Veronica
No.
says sleep. Kim says sleeping. Rosalind says spooning. Nothing more, just spooning.
I'm just going to give it to you guys.
Because some people pay for spooning. Remember that we did that story? You could pay to like spoon with somebody.
Yeah.
So just spooning. No?
The number 1.
Caitlin says watching TMI while I'm supposed to be working. No? Rachel says
No.
using the restroom without a toddler attached to my leg.
No.
Katie says bubble wrap.
No.
Veronica says laughing. We've got puppies, cowbell, chewing gum. Just give it to us. Nobody's going to get it.
According to a study from 2014.
2014?
That's right, 2014.
Yeah, that was before we had our current president.
2014 study. Excuse me, I'm talking. All
doesn't
right.
matter today.
They found that people who practice being mindful while washing dishes, like by smelling the soap and feeling the water temperature, felt more inspired and less nervous after they were done.
Wait, I'm sorry. Number 1 was doing the dishes?
That's right, Steve. Washing the dishes was number 1 as far as the weirdest thing you can do to feel less stressed. Back to you, Ron Ketty. I've always wanted to throw it out to Ron. It's on my bucket list of things to do before I die.
That was the dumbest.
Oh, it's the weird things that can make you less stressed. So washing dishes was number 1. Okay, you know what? Oh, cool. You know, honestly, taking a shower is one of my favorite things to do. And it's one of the best places for me to come up with new ideas. I always, when I take a shower, will sit there and I'll think of bits for the show or even inventions. I'll be like, that's a great idea. And then I'll Google it and be like, darn it, already exists. I do it all the time.
I know. I'm like half asleep still when I'm showering. And so I have all these great ideas.
Got to
and
shower,
I don't
shower
write
at
them
night.
down.
Shower during the day or
I
at night.
never write them down.
Yep. Okay, there you go. Do you feel less stressed? Are you going to do some of these? Are you going to do some of these? You're not going to do any of these, are you?
I mean,
you're not going to do them. I found this as well, and I feel like we should tie this into our conversation because I feel like married couples should do this for their partner. What if Chrissy rocked you to sleep every night? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. If Chrissy rocked you to sleep, how would you feel about that? Because
that is the weirdest thing in the world.
According to a... Hold on one second. According to new studies out of Switzerland...
Yeah.
You'd love it if someone rocked you to sleep like your parents did when you were a baby. Back to you, Ron Caddy.
Okay.
You know, it makes sense. But apparently I didn't like to be touched or rocked when I was a baby, according to my mom.
What?
I don't know. I was a weirdo. That's what they say. They say if you were rocked to sleep, even as an adult, you would probably sleep a lot better. The researchers found that adults slept better when they were in bed that had a motor gently rocking it back and forth.
Oh, like the whole bed. So Chrissy's not rocking
like
me
one
to
of those beds
like
that you find
like
in
a
those really
cradle.
trashy motels that like you put a quarter in. It's like
no, dude, that's a totally different experience.
It's a massage.
Yeah,
bed,
dude. Oh, that would be dope. You know what I want to have in my house? I'm not even
a
joking.
waterbed.
No, I had a waterbed in high school. That
I
was
did
the
too.
worst.
It popped.
Oh.
And water went everywhere. It was
No.
the worst thing ever.
A hammock. I've never owned a hammock.
You never had a hammock?
No.
I used to have one in my backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
I want a hammock, but not outside because bugs. You know, I want one inside my house.
Well, that's why you get a bug net.
Yeah. I just want a hammock that I could like take naps in.
Hammocks are really hard, though. It takes a lot of balance, a lot of practice.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why would that take a lot of balance and practice? You like lay down and
I had a
it just
really hard
rocks
time.
you.
I had a really hard time getting into my hammock every time. The researchers say when we rock, our brains catch on to the rhythm and it helps us prepare for a deeper sleep. I love everything about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay someone to shake my bed at night. I'm going to see if Jake wants a part-time job. When I take naps, he can shake my bed while I sleep. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Adults sleep better when they're rocked to sleep. I guess it doesn't have to be an actual human that rocks you to sleep.
People are like, apparently that's it, man.
They're done?
Hammocks.
Hammocks?
Yeah. Bobby says hammock chairs are the best.
Hammock chairs?
Yeah. Rosalind says hammocks are amazing for naps in the woods. Shauna says yes, a hammock or a glider.
A glider?
Yeah.
Look at this hammock chair. This looked beautiful in the Jeter backyard.
Oh, yeah. You know who used to have one of those? Stephen Christian when he lived in America. R.I.P. Stephen.
Look at this one. Woo! Oh.
I don't want a chair. I want a place to lay down.
Like one of these? Like this? You want that one?
I want a hammock, not
you want
a chair.
this one? It looks like a baby
no.
Baby rocker?
None of these.
That's an
these
adult
are
baby
all
rocker.
Chairs. You're
That's
not
an adult
hearing
baby
me.
rocker.
You're not listening to me. I just want you to validate and appreciate me as my partner.
Oh my gosh.
I want a hammock.
Chrissy.
Like a full hammock.
I'm sorry.
Not a
like
hammock
this
chair.
thing, dude.
Oh man.
See, this is the one you need right here. This is the one that has the keep
like
you
a
from the
bug
bugs.
net.
Yeah. I want that one.
Somebody says I don't necessarily rock my wife to sleep, but I rub her back or shoulders and
love
tell her a
that.
story about anything from my life before we met. She said
good
my
husband.
deep voice and touch helps her fall asleep.
I love that.
That
I
is-
love everything about it.
Yeah.
Look at this is a dream catching hammock.
Oh.
You want that one?
I mean, Chrissy's arms are usually tired by the time we go to bed, so she can't rub my back because I have 3 boys who like
Want their back
oh
rubbed
my
and scratched?
gosh.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's
It's
fun.
like, who's going to get to the couch first? Luke will straight up, like, just lay across her and pull his shirt up. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to get any attention in this house.
That's why you need a never mind. I can't say that on the radio. I'm looking at these hammocks and I'm trying to find the best one for you. Okay. Do you want one like a net? Do you want a fancy one? Do you care what it looks like? What color are you looking for?
I just want a hammock. I don't care. I want to be rocked to sleep.
Well, you know, a hammock doesn't necessarily rock you unless there's a slight breeze.
Yeah.
And you want yours inside, so...
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
What about a little baby crib? Do you think if we, as adults, slept in a baby crib, we would sleep better?
Is that what it's coming back to? Because hammocks are basically adult, like, bassinets, right? Where when you were a baby, you were wrapped up tight, and then it rocked you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you slept.
Yep.
We're bringing it back around as grown-ups.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the one for you. You could have this outside. It looks like basically a tent, but it's a hammock. It's a hammock tent. I love that.
Mm.
Yeah, there's nothing more annoying than a fly messing with you while you're trying to take a little nap in the backyard.
Right?
Hate that.
Portable hammock with frame stand.
Wow, look at that.
You can take it wherever you go. I'm getting that for Luke's baseball games this year.
You should.
Could you imagine everybody else with their folding chairs and I just pull up with a hammock?
His hammock.
Listen, guys, we're going to be here a while.
I'm always jealous of the parents that bring the sweet chairs.
We have sweet chairs.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Does it have really cool like drink holders?
Yeah, but I'm still jealous because I have friends who have like shocks on there. Like
They have
rock.
shocks?
And I'm like,
Wow.
man, I don't
Like they
have
can
that
bounce up
cool
and
of a
down on
chair.
it?
They're really cool chairs.
Wow, shock
I
support?
want those chairs, but I'm not spending $100 for like a folding chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or even like the chairs at like basketball games when you go in the gyms, and usually it's the grandparents that bring the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
always
we're that
want
family.
those.
We have those chairs.
You have those too?
Yeah, we have.
You are so rich.
We have like the little back support, like, yeah.
I just always felt like, you know what? I'm not spending the money on that. I'll just.
We've been to 140,000 baseball games, so we've got bleacher seats, we've got folding chairs, we've got everything.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I don't know how we got here.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Hammocks.
Oh, yeah, hammocks. Why were we? Oh, yeah, being rocked to sleep.
How did we get here?
Yeah.
Because we're grown-ups.
All right. Let's take another break, guys. It's almost time to get out of here. We're on YouTube. You want to hang out? We're live. Watch the show. Bobby, what's up? Dento Beat, what's happening?
What's the haps, my man?
Rebecca, Bobby, Roz, all hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for chiming in every morning on
87
YouTube Live.
people right now.
87 people now. What do you want to do when we come back? Do you want to talk about the nicest things strangers have done for people?
Ooh.
Do you want... Ooh. Reynolds Wrap created a human feed bag. You want to hear about that?
Yeah. Shauna says we should talk about important stuff. So...
I have a letter
like
we could
what?
do. Someone needs help. I got a letter.
All right.
We could tackle someone's problem.
Define important stuff, Shauna. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. I think tackling fears and being rocked to sleep is a very important topic.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think we're going to tackle the human feedback when we come back. I think that's a really important topic. Across the station. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll be right back.
This is Groundwire with Sean Dunn. Groundwire.
I'd been pulled over for not using my turn signal when changing lanes, and the offense didn't seem to match the consequence. Even though I knew that I'd broken the law, I was struggling to accept my punishment. Seeing the frustration on my face, the officer said, "Listen, I'm just trying to break you this habit before it either hurts you or someone else." He said that many accidents are caused each year by people that do not signal their changes. Some even prove to be fatal. I share that story with you not to emphasize the importance of obeying that particular law, but to show you the parallel that exists between my infraction and that of many Christians. Sometimes we sit and wonder why God tells us to avoid certain things. In our arrogance, we argue that that our violation of His law is not big enough to warrant consequences. Yet we must understand that many times He instructs us so that we can break our habit before it causes harm to us or those around us. You see, God knows that when we do our thing, our way, without taking into account His law and His desires, it is just a matter of time until serious damage is done. Isn't it time that we stop arguing and simply start to obey?
For more, log on to groundwire.net. Groundwire.net.
Pastor Jack Graham and a Star 88 Supernova.
I'm telling you that if you will prepare in the secret place, in the small place, in the obscure place, in the insignificant place, if you will develop your heart for God when no one else is looking, because remember, God doesn't look at the face, He looks at the heart. And if we will prepare ourselves spiritually, internally, if we will give our hearts to Him and truly have hearts that are His, then when the giants come, whatever the giants may be, we will be thoroughly equipped for every good work. Preparation, giant killers, faithfully behind the scenes, do what needs to be done. Jesus said, he that is faithful in that which is least will also be faithful in that which is much. Just little things.
Catch Pastor Jack Graham, PowerPoint, broadcast weekdays at 10:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT.
Everyone's telling you to let go of what you're holding to. It's too late, too far. You're too small, it's too hard. Throwing water on that spark, living deep inside your heart, with oceans of reasons, the things you're not seeing. But oh, maybe they don't know what you know, that you're not alone. So don't you be afraid of giants in your way. With God, you know that anything's possible. So step into the fight. He's right there by your side. The stones inside your head might be small, but watch the giants fall. Watch the giants fall. We could really live like this. Can you imagine it? So bold, so brave, with childlike faith. Miracles could happen. Mountains would start moving. So whatever you may face, don't you be afraid of giants in your way. With God, you know that anything's possible. So step into the fight. He's right there by your side. The stones inside your head might be small, but watch the giants fall. Watch the giants fall. Ask and believe. You're gonna see the hand of God in every little thing. Ooh. So don't you be afraid of giants in your way. With God, you know that anything's possible. So step into the fight. He's right there by your side. The stones inside your head might be small, but watch the giants fall. Watch the giants miracles could happen. Anything is possible. Watch the giants fall.
Francesca Battistelli, Giants Fall. It's on Star 88, 925.
High today of 46 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
A lot of things change when you become a parent.
Right.
The responsibility. Like, basically, you're responsible for this thing for the rest of your life. It doesn't.
I love that. This thing. You're responsible for this thing.
Don't sweat the small stuff, guys. UFC fighter Michelle Waterson joined us in the dry sauna for a 30-minute session.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about being a fighter, not only in the octagon, but in life, as a parent, a wife. What does her husband think about her fighting in the octagon? We answered all those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2 of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Go subscribe if you haven't yet.
Everybody,
if you don't, you're dead to me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that. I apologize. YouTube.com/star88fm. The number one question before the break, we were talking about what we should talk about. So people wanted us to talk about things, and we said, well, what should we talk about? The number one question we got is, where does Steve-O disappear to during the break?
He doesn't like to be in here with me.
I'll show you. We're going to do this right now.
What?
Keep talking, Dex.
Oh, okay. Right now, Steve-O is dragging in a couch. Yeah. It's a couch. And he's dragging it in. Wow, you're strong, man.
Thanks,
you just
man.
totally dragged a couch.
Guys, I'm rearranging.
It's a little love couch. It's a little love seat.
Deal with it.
And there you go. Oh. There it is. Yeah, he goes out and he sits in a couch out in our little area, our radio station area. There's a couple couches out there, so he'll go out there.
I'll never have to leave the studio ever again.
There you go.
I just brought my favorite chair in here. Is that cool?
That's cool, man.
Look at that. It's got like an end table now and everything.
Beautiful.
Hey, can I go to mic 4?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool,
yeah,
man.
Because then you won't be able to look at all my stuff anymore.
Okay.
Mic 4. Woo! You know what? We'll have Andrew later today. We'll have Andrew move this computer over there, and then I don't even have to look at.
Oh my gosh!
Dude,
this is the
great.
best thing. This is the best thing ever. I gotta move this.
How cool is this?
Yeah. People want to know things, guys, like where I disappear to during the breaks. This is literally what I do. Go to youtube.com/star88fm. This is the most comfortable chair in all of existence.
I'm not gonna lie. That microphone sounds so much better than your microphone.
Well, here we go. So what I do is I go into the living room, if you will, and I hang out in a chair and I stare at my Instagram or play a video game or something on this, the most comfortable chair in all of existence.
I think that's great. It's a great question.
Thank you. Oh, the bad
doing,
news.
man?
The bad news though is I apologize. My ringer came on. The bad news is I can't get to YouTube. That's what I was trying to do.
Well, I got it covered, dude.
Oh, okay.
I got it right here. I'm
you
on
can
it.
do everything over there?
Yeah, you just relax.
Okay.
I got this over here.
Okay.
I guess it's a Q&A session. A couple of you said, let's do a Q&A. So if you have questions, just ask away, I guess.
We haven't done one in a really long time. This mic does sound really good.
Your voice sounds better.
Thank you.
I mean, you know what? It makes sense because I remember when Daniel, I think he put a brand new microphone in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kaylin says, y'all get paid for the coolest things. It looks that way, but in reality, not really that cool, guys.
No? Like our job isn't that cool?
I don't want people to know that because then I don't want people to know that our job is that cool.
Yeah.
Question number 2, did Monica go home? I hope so because we all have the shingles now.
Yeah, except I don't think. Yeah, I don't think she's back.
I hope she took today off.
She took 7 days off. That's what the doctors told her she could do.
7 days, huh?
7 days?
Talk about last night's episodes. We talking Bachelor? Is that what you wanted, Brian?
Oh,
you wanted you Bachelor Nation? You want me to talk about Colton?
I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah, I know. Nothing really happened last night on the.
Well, yeah, because The Bachelor.
Yeah. I mean, there were some girls that opened up about their struggles, which were pretty sad, but.
Yeah.
Let's see. How long until Davis is a Laker? Very soon.
Yeah, they're going to give up Ball.
Ball will go.
Kuzma. They're going to give up their draft picks this year.
Dude, if Anthony Davis goes to the Lakers,
they're still going to lose to the Warriors in the first round.
Well, yeah. How many tears has LeBron shed to get this done? So many tears.
So many.
Mm-hmm.
These are all really, really good questions.
Mark wants to know who do you think you are?
I am my father's son. I am a Jedi like my father before me.
Adrian wants to know how come Buck is always happy to be on your show, but you and Steve-O don't seem so happy about being on his. my feelings hurt for him? You know, that's a great question, Adrian.
His show doesn't start until after we go to bed.
And we want to make sure Buck knows his place. This is a top shelf morning show.
Morning show being the key word.
Buck now does a radio show from a nursing home.
Overnight.
Yeah.
It's from 3 to 5 a.m.
Yeah. We have to make ourselves out to be better than him. If we don't, then we look like idiots.
Hey, can I say something about The Bachelor?
Sure, dude.
Last night's episode is getting a lot of attention.
Gosh, that mic is great.
Thank you. The Bachelor often gets flack for being a really dumb show that doesn't really have any depth to it. And last night,
I think you're dumb.
Kaylin Miller-Keys.
Yes.
You know Kaylin.
Yeah.
She opened up to Colton, this year's Bachelor, about her experience with sexual assault.
Yeah, man. That was tough. Listening to that was tough.
And it is getting applauded this morning as a classy and refined moment amid this show that's kind of messy. You know what I mean? So I guess she talked to him about how she survived sexual assault when she was in college at Virginia Commonwealth University. So
yeah, I seriously, I'll admit, I broke down a little bit hearing that story. It was tough.
Yeah, I can't even share it on the air.
It's common. It's very common. So many, I was just thinking about it last night too. I bet you so many people can relate to that story. And I'm so glad she's opening up about it and she had the courage to do it.
Yeah.
And the way Colton handled it was bravo, dude. He really,
he
did great.
In 2014, she was a sophomore and she was attending a frat party with 3 of her friends. And these dudes drugged their wine.
Yeah.
And she woke up the next morning. And there's a lot of graphic material that I can't talk about. But, yeah.
Yep. She opened up how it took her a long time to be able to trust. And understandably, you know? And ladies, you guys have to be so careful. You have to go out and you have to have those friends that are going to take care of you. I don't know how many times I see it where the friends just, trust that their friend's going to be okay. You just ditch your friend. You can't do that anymore. Man, you can't trust.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So kudos for them tackling at least a very serious issue last night and being able to talk about it. So after the segment, actually, ABC aired a PSA for a national sexual assault hotline, prompting anyone who has experienced abuse to call 800-656-HOPE.
Yeah, Stephanie said, but she said her friends all got drugged. That's why you need to have...
Well, what's sad is all but one did.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the girlfriend who didn't witnessed a lot of it. And unfortunately, the guy still got away with it.
Yep.
Except for one of the guys was actually expelled from the school, but the rest of them actually got away with it. So that's a painful story.
Well, hopefully times are changing. I know that happened years ago. So I'm hoping, because she opened up and talked about how, back then when it happened, all of them were sitting there going, we did everything right. We went to the police. She tried to get a rape test done? A kit done.
But unfortunately, you have to go, allegedly
right
at the time, you've got to go right away. And the hospital turned her away because they said she had to file a police report first, which was wrong. So there was a lot to the story that was really tragic about it. So, and in turn, it really shaped the way that she trusts or has none really for men. And so...
Yeah, she's a sweetheart, man.
What an interesting story.
I was really proud of her for opening up about
that. I mean, I don't watch that stupid show, but it was a really good... if it brought awareness to something like that, then I'm cool with stuff like that. But here's my real question. Very real question. I don't mean to demean anyone.
I'll give you a real answer.
The Bachelor is a show about a dude who's like dating 30 chicks at the same time because he's trying to pin it down to the one.
Yes.
Last night there was an episode on sexual abuse. And Is it almost counterintuitive in our culture where the show is about a dude who's seriously simultaneously dating 30 chicks to try and discover which one he's into?
No.
And the reason I bring it up is because I think sometimes in our culture we model ourselves after the things we see in entertainment or television. And how many dudes are thinking that's the way to go about dating? Just date as many chicks as possible until you figure out your flavor.
All right. Well, if you think that way, you're an idiot.
Well,
first off.
I know, but I'm saying, are they perpetuating that by having a show like that?
No, not at all. First
Shauna
off,
wanted to talk about serious things, and we're getting to it. Bro.
Well, to answer your question, the reason I think it's okay is because all of the ladies that are participating in this, they know what they're getting into. It's not like they're being lied to.
That's very true.
They know that they're all going to be taken out sooner or later on individual dates. They're all going to have to compete for the love of this one single guy. So they're all going into it aware of the situation. And that's where it's absolutely okay. And it's entertainment as well. I think a lot of these women, too, are doing it because it's a TV show. It's good for their career. I don't know how many of the girls are in that boat, but I'm sure there's probably a high percentage of girls that are on The Bachelor or Bachelorette because they want to be discovered. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So
that's very true too.
But I think there's a lot we can learn from it because honestly, a lot of the episodes you see and hear a lot of these women or men opening up about their struggles, and some of it can be a little trashy at times, and it's like, okay, this is definitely a little overboard, but and it's reality TV. That's what you're gonna get. But we tune in and watch it. Let's see. A couple more questions here before we have to go to break. Can you all start playing more rock music again, Kaylin?
Pass.
Okay.
Although the new Switchfoot record is really good. Have you heard it yet?
Oh, yeah, bro.
I'm being serious.
I know.
It's a real question and answer segment.
I just answered you.
You haven't heard it.
Have you heard this song?
No, I said the record.
Yeah.
Have you heard the new album?
The whole thing?
It came out. I was listening to it when I was in California. I really, really like it.
Are you yelling at me because you're so far away from me now?
I feel like I'm so far away from you. I don't like it. And I also now understand how the guests feel because my back is to you.
It's okay. I can see
Also,
you.
I feel more announcery because this microphone is so crisp.
Let me turn you down. Now talk.
Hey, no.
That's nice. I like that. That's really nice.
Can't really,
Shauna, no, we don't.
Really
only Dex watch. Okay. Can we discuss the Temple of Set? Can we discuss the Temple of Set? What is that, Seth? The Temple of Seth? What? I don't get it.
No, Set.
What is that?
That's like an old god or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Seth's name was accidentally misspelled on a group text, and we discovered that Set is like some weird old god.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like small G.
Okay.
Yeah. It was apparently there was a movement in the 70s. So, yeah.
All right. There you go.
I'm going to move back to my normal mic.
Yeah, you feel weird?
Yeah, I feel real weird.
Give it a show, man.
But I feel like I am more in touch with the guests now, and I will never turn my back on them because it just feels really weird with you having your back to me. I'm like, are you ignoring me? Do you not want me to be here? I can go.
Wow, look at the live line, man. I didn't even get to the live line. I always... Oh, yeah, I can't handle all this. There's too much. I need you up here. Why did you take away Theology Thursdays? Talk to Nate. I don't know. I would never want my daughters competing against other women for the love of one man on national television. I know. I feel you. So many questions pouring in. No Tam today. She's out doing worship at another church. All right, we got to take a break, guys. You can hang out with us. You can watch the show. YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. You can text in as well. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
We'll be right back. Hang
on. Christine Kane challenges us to not just look at those around us, but to see the person as Christ sees them. in this Star 88 PowerPoint.
You know, my daughter, Sophia, she was having a lot of problems at school, and I couldn't work it out because she's so bright. She really is, like her mother. And anyway, she was really doing quite bad at school. And I thought there's a disparity here. I wasn't kind of being one of those, you know, mothers that think your kids are awesome. I really wasn't. But I thought there's just something not right. And so we took her to the eye doctor, which, you know, if the teacher had half a brain, may have picked this up a lot earlier. And when we took her to the eye doctor, he was just stunned at how bad her eyes were. And then he did a prescription, and she put on glasses. I'll never forget it. She put on glasses. She went, "Mummy, there's words on the whiteboard." And see, what happens is she didn't even know she couldn't see. And a lot of us don't even know that we can't see.
That's Christine Kane on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe it. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories that somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe it. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over? We could start over. We could start over. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. 'Cause there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows where to find you. God only knows how to break through. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
For King and Country, God only knows. It's on Star 88, 9:45.
High today of 46 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
The shutdown is over.
800,000 furloughed federal workers will go back to work and should be getting their back pay within days.
There is a new date for the president's State of the Union address. Now that the government shutdown is over, it is February 5th.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz seriously considering running for president as an independent.
More than 200 million people are bracing for extreme cold across much of the country.
We are talking about 60 below in some areas.
Deadly police shootout in Denver. Officers were were responding to a call of shots fired, and when they got there, the gunman then opened fire on them.
The acting Attorney General, Matthew Whitaker, telling reporters Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe is now close to being completed.
A new study finds lowering blood pressure could cut the risks of developing a brain disorder that can lead to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia.
For the first time, the NFL is officially admitting that officials made critical mistakes in the playoff game, leaving fans outraged and a cloud hanging over the Super Bowl.
Pass is incomplete, no flag.
Good morning. Man, it's almost time to get out of here. Shout out to everybody in the Starmy hanging out with us all morning long. Drive safe today. Please do not leave your cars running in the morning. Don't leave the keys in the car. Don't leave it running. Don't warm up your cars. I love APD's tweet yesterday. It was so funny. A lot of cars being stolen. I can't believe there's a lot of criminals that like hide, waiting for you to warm up your car. And then as soon as you go back inside to wait for your car or truck to warm up, they jump in and take off. I always wanted one of those automatic key starters that you can start your car from inside the house.
Yeah.
And you can keep the doors locked. I always wanted one of those. That'd be nice, right?
Heck yeah.
You ever had one of those?
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah. Welcome to it, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to it. Any other questions people are asking before we move on?
I mean, people were still like, that was your answer about Theology Thursday? We still have Phoenix on every Thursday.
Yeah, sure.
And if we get questions, he'll answer them.
Yeah,
We just don't devote an entire hour to just a question or two. I enjoy Thursdays more now.
Yeah, and if you guys, you know me, I'm a theology major. If you need a question answered, I'll answer it for you.
Yeah.
I've spent many years in school.
Here's a question for the love of bacon. Why is Wendy's giving away Baconators?
With you and Baconators right now? Guys, all morning, he's been talking about Baconators. Do you really is that your jam?
I don't think I've ever had
You've
one.
never had a Baconator? You haven't lived until you have had a Baconator.
Shut up.
Your life has not even started yet.
I guess I don't know. I've never
Seriously?
really. Yeah, I just keep seeing it popping up. I think it's because it's in the news. Because right now they really you can get a free one or something if you do this, that, and the other.
You know they have two different types of Baconators. They have the large Baconator and the small Baconator, the mini guy. I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody said, can we talk about how NF is the next Eminem and he's a Christian? That dude is a boss. Can we talk about how NF is the first NF and I like that better than saying he's the next Eminem?
Yeah, right? I don't
Dude,
think
he's incredible.
I think he sounds like Eminem.
They're both from Detroit. He's angsty.
They're
He's
both white.
Yeah, he is a solid believer. He actually crossed over and took his whole crew with him. Like, hey, that's cool that you guys want to sign me here, but you can't just sign me. You have to sign my entire staff because they believed in me from the beginning. And gosh, he's such a legit dude. And I think he's one of the more brilliant talents in the industry right now. So, yeah. How do you guys handle being so awesome all the time?
Well, I mean,
that's easy. I don't, which makes me not awesome all the time.
I do.
And in the moments where I think I'm awesome is when I'm the least awesome because I'm actually an idiot.
That's pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Where would free? What did you say? Baconator free what day? Because I have a couple. Do you want a couple other free things? Can I give you a couple other free things?
Why not? Yeah. It's happening all week long, by the way, until the 4th of February.
Okay, good.
But you have to look it up because there's a bunch of extra stuff, and it's like, nope, can't talk about that.
This is really cool. If you haven't seen Black Panther yet, or maybe you have and you want to watch it again.
Loved this.
Black Panther will return to 250 theaters next week for free in honor of Black History Month. That's amazing.
Yeah, dude. Free, guys.
Free.
250 theaters across America are like, hey, let's honor Black History Month by showing the Black Panther movie for free.
Free 99.
And there's not even a catch or anything. It's free.
So is a catch, man.
There's always a catch.
And Buffalo Wild Wings, B-Dubs, going to give everyone in the country free wings if the Super Bowl goes to overtime.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's only happened once 2 years ago with the Patriots-Falcons game.
Oh, that's right.
So the odds of it happening aren't very likely.
No, not very likely at all.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
All right.
Free 99.
I hope they get that memo.
Free 99.
I hope they get the memo that we need to put into overtime. Somebody tell the mob bosses.
I know, right?
Tell them we need the Rams and Patriots to go to overtime. America needs them free wings, bruh.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
What else? That's all I have for free news. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna get that Baconator later. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Have you had the mushroom burger?
You're talking to a dude that doesn't exactly like. I don't really eat out much, so
that is true.
Like to say I have had any of Wendy's items, it would be fictitious, really, because I don't. And of all of the places, it's not my go-to jam.
I don't like your attitude right now.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, do you know me?
Please go and subscribe to our new YouTube show if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and we launched episode 3 yesterday with Master Ken and Todd from Enter the Dojo. We're in a dry sauna. We interview guests. It's about it's 30 minutes we spend in the sauna, but we really dig deep into the lives of these guests.
Diving in.
That's right, man. And we've had Patrick Fabian from Better Call Saul in the sauna. We've had UFC fighter Michelle Watterson, and of course Master Ken and Todd from Enter the Dojo, which turned out to be a great episode. What I love about it is they've all been so different.
Very different.
And next Monday we have a couple mommies, a couple mom bloggers.
One that I met here at Calvary.
Tish.
Yeah. Who actually now works here.
She works here, guys.
Yeah.
And she's a sweetheart. And she joined us with
incredible
her
photographer and
sister-in-law.
Entrepreneur.
What's her name again? Sparrow?
Lindsay, bro.
Lindsay, guys.
Sparrows and Lily.
That's
Sparrow
right.
and Lilies. Sparrows.
And we
high on the sparrows.
We chatted about mommy stuff, wife stuff. It was a good time. So that'll be on Monday's episode 4 of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Go subscribe, share it, comment. Let us know what you guys think, because we want you guys to have a good time. We do this for you. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of mommies, I have a quick story.
Yes, hit me.
An Atlanta mommy recently made a mistake she wished she could take back, and they are currently scouring the earth. You see, Lindsay of Conyers, Georgia. She recently had watched Tidying Up and was like, hey, if it's not dope and brings me joy, I'm going to give it away.
That's right.
What she did was cleaned up a bunch of stuff. You see, her son was moving to a new apartment. And in a run to his parents' house to pick up boxes, he put a coffee mug down in the cabinet. He didn't want to drive around with it. Well, the mom, since the son was moving out, decided, I'm going to clean up some stuff. Got some boxes together, including this coffee mug. And took it down Goodwill and donated everything.
How sweet is that?
Yeah, right? You see?
Oh, you're such a grumpy pants.
Problem with that is that her son Devin had set the coffee mug down because he didn't want to lose it, because he was moving into this new apartment and in the meantime had sold his car. And so he was like taking care of a lot of stuff at the same time and had $6,500 cash, but he didn't want to carry that around.
Beautiful.
So he put it in his coffee mug with
Beautiful.
a little tumbler lid and everything.
That's my mom!
And she donated it to Goodwill.
Mom? What? Mom.
Sadly,
How
the
sweet of
family contacted Goodwill after
Oh,
learning about the missing money, but the manager confirmed that the mug had in fact already been sold after scouring hours of surveillance footage and discovering that a worker had put the cup in a bin to be shelved. They are currently begging the world that if they could just bring it back, they would be greatly appreciated. And there is a monetary reward if you do, in fact, return the mug with the $6,500 cash that was inside said mug.
Man, that's a good mom right there. Just looking out for the less
Poor
fortunate.
thing, quote, I feel terrible. Can you imagine this mom? Her son's finally moving out. Yeah. He's doing all these things to get out on his own. He sold his car. He put $6,500 cash inside of a mug like a dumb and left it on the counter. And she donated it to Goodwill.
Beautiful. Doesn't get any better than that.
That's my mom!
I feel bad. That's terrible. $6,500.
Hopefully that starts off your Tuesday well, because it could be worse.
Mom!
Mom!
Oh. Mommy!
Yep.
Mommy!
What?
Mommy!
Huh?
I love you, Mom.
Man.
Betsy Toth. It's my mom.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. We're out of here.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Stormy, for hanging out with us this morning. It was a good time. Good time.
Praying for you, Alicia. We love you.
Love you, love you.
Hopefully the show helped you get through, put you in a good mood.
That's right. If you guys need anything, we're always here for you. You can hit us up on YouTube Live. You can email the show studio at star88.fm. Guys, have a beautiful day. Stay warm. And if you missed any of the show, go to iTunes. It'll be up here in a little bit. We'll upload the YouTube show. Download the app, Star 88, in the App Store.
Please do.
We're on demand. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
You don't have to wait until Tuesday to have tacos. You can have tacos any day. It's always taco time. Rusty Taco is a new supporter of Star 88, located on the corner